Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Underground Sports Pod. We are back with another episode. It is Friday again. These weeks are fucking going by like crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of shit, but not a lot of shit happened in the sports world. But we got some stuff to talk about. First, we're gonna talk about NCAA championship game Monday night. Baylor Gonzaga. Yeah. Baylor went out and bust that ass.
Yeah.
For two halves.
Yeah. No, yeah, like, well, I like Baylor. Baylor's always been a basketball, like they've always been tough, especially recently with Mitchell and the guys that they got on this team. This team was special. They were special last year. I had them being, making a huge run last year, but coronavirus. I think this might have been a repeat. If like they might have won it. Like they were my favorite last year as well. They were #1 seed. They're an amazing defensive team. We saw that. Like they're great defensively, and they got athletes to do it offensively. So I like the run for them, and I think them winning so convincingly really showed how good they were.
Definitely. What's funny is the fact of they were the best defensive team in the entire tournament.
And we went back and forth on defense, and on this podcast, how many times that defense ain't gonna win you much. Baylor was the best. Yeah.
They outscored them and.
What's that boy? I think he plays the 2 guard for Baylor.
Mitchell.
He's like 6'5".
Number 45, Davion Mitchell, or you talking about number 12?
I don't know. He's like 6'5", 250.
I think. Well,
I'm already looking it up.
I'm pretty sure it's Davion
That
Mitchell.
man is a fucking grown man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Davion Mitchell. He's the best.
Donovan Mitchell is it cousin or brother?
Neither. I don't think they're related at all.
Oh no. Davion Mitchell's 6'2", 205.
Yeah, no, he's like 250. He's like 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", 250 pounds, something like that.
I'm already going to their roster. I got you.
But bro,
was it number 31?
That's a grown man.
I think. Well, was it Maceo Teague?
Was his height weight?
Hold on,
I was like, I don't know the name.
I know Maceo Teague was balling.
I just know that boy was big as hell.
6'5".
Oh no, that's not Maceo Teague.
Mark Beadle. 6'5".
Yeah, Vital. Yeah. Number 2. Oh, he's number 11.
What's his height weight?
He's
6'5", 250. Yeah,
6'5",
big
250.
boy.
No, the
bro,
crazy
that's
thing
a grown man.
He's saying he had a 6'9" wingspan.
He's a what?
He's a senior. He has a 6'9" wingspan.
Yeah,
And what's his position? He's a guard?
He's a guard forward.
Yeah.
That's
he's a wing.
boy.
Yeah.
That's a defender right there, bro.
Yeah.
That's a big ass. Yes, bro. Imagine going up against somebody 6'5", 250.
Like their whole
2 guard.
I told you guys like college.
That's like going against a shorter LeBron.
Yes, that's what they came out and did. Baylor came out and did. They knew that Gonzaga they didn't really play anybody physical. They came out, bodied them up. And what's old boy the center for Gonzaga?
Drew Time.
Yes, thank you, Drew Time. He ain't really played nobody physical that's gonna pound you out. They play in a weaker conference in Gonzaga. But
don't worry,
they don't really
still
play
a tough team.
No, they'll bust my ass. But I'm saying they just came out there and they played.
Gonzaga was definitely the second best team in the tournament. Mm-hmm. They were they for a reason, But my thing is that Baylor, they smothered the court. Right. Baylor, they cut off what Gonzaga liked to do. Gonzaga couldn't do what they like to do, so
exactly.
They struggled. Baylor did what they did all tournament, so. They won. We know that when we're going against teams, you want to stop whatever the other team does best. So if you're going against like in high school, we all play high school football. I got a chance to play high school basketball. If you're going against a team we went against Coleraine, they're known for shooting threes. You smother the court, you stop them from shooting threes, you win the basketball game. And that's what Baylor did. They smothered the court. They got the ball out of Drew Time's hands, and they smothered the 3-point line. They weren't giving up. Every 3-pointer that Gonzaga shot, majority were contested.
Yes, every time.
Jalen Suggs, Terrell Suggs' nephew.
Yes,
Jalen Suggs. They was on his ass.
I
saw him take. It was contested.
Adamant point to Jalen Suggs. He scored like 15 points in the second half. He tried his hardest to bring Gonzaga back.
And like you said,
he finished the game with 22.
I
think he led all scorers with 22. So he had a great game.
But it was all contested shots.
He's going to be a top 5 pick in the draft. He's not going to be number 1 because of Cade Cunningham and those guys.
But now, I was listening to Undisputed, and they said that they don't think he's a top 5 player. They said they think he's going to go top 5, but they don't think he's a top 5 player.
He's going to be your RJ Barrett. He had an amazing run in college. He's an amazing basketball player. But once he gets to the league, the type of defenders we saw with Baylor.
He's not a senior, though. Do you come back after that championship showing as Jalen Suggs? Do you go back to Gonzaga for another year? Showing I
the reason why Jalen Suggs, look, here's the thing about Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs didn't like basketball. He was a Power 5 quarterback. He had Ohio State offered him. He had all these offers for quarterback. Mm-hmm. But basketball kind of put him out there more because, like I said, high school basketball, he was in AAU. I remember watching him 24/7. I always watched him. I remember a game where Terrell Suggs actually came to his game because that's his uncle, and he was cheering him on. Terrell Suggs was jumping up and down and all that, like hyped to see him. Like seeing ball out, and like that's why he chose basketball. He chose Gonzaga because he said like Gonzaga would basically strengthen all his weaknesses, his defensive weakness, his like vision weakness. Gonzaga gonna break all that because that's their main things. He was already a scorer in high school. He was already an amazing athlete. So and also he played with Chet Holmgren, who's the #1 senior in the country this year. They were on the same team last year, and I thought it was called like Ncaa. Something. It was a weird high school name, but yeah. So like. He was already a dog, so going to Gonzaga, I think it did fix his weaknesses. But there's so many good guards in this draft, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really, really tough
That's
for him.
why I say maybe he should stay a year.
This is why. This is why. You
Because
risk fucking yourself over. Let me speak. I want to do... I always cringe. Like, I cringed with Chris Olave this year. When you already proved yourself and you have nothing left to prove, come out. Because you chance that injury that could drop your draft stock, make you less money. If he comes back next year and tears his ACL and doesn't play the whole year, he's not getting picked.
Also,
hold on.
But then on the flip side of that, if he comes back for a year, Gonzaga goes 36-0.
But there's so much to lose.
Gonzaga goes 30-0 again.
Hold on.
Gonzaga goes 30-0 again.
You're talking about the argument. I'm talking about Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs chose basketball to make money.
Right.
He knew 3 years of college is football. He didn't want to do that. He wanted one and done. That's all he wanted.
Exactly.
That's why he's going to go out.
Right.
He wants money.
I know. No,
he's
I'm
already
saying.
a top 5
Yeah,
But what I'm
Why
saying
go
is
back?
exactly. I agree with what I'm saying. Like it just depends how play you are. I like them Kentucky freshmen. Smart, you stay. You struggled. You were not that good. I mean, you had highlights, but I don't give a fuck about highlights. I want to win. I want them to know that I'm a winner. You didn't show much winning.
It was
Look
a
at
lot.
Tim
It's a
Duncan.
lot of guys
Look at
left
not Dirk.
too early.
Right.
At Kentucky.
Look at
guys
Emmanuel
need-
Quickly. If Emmanuel Quickly had a chance to be drafted, his I think it was a sophomore year, or freshman or sophomore year, he could have went out, but he continued to stay, and then he got to play with guys like Tyrese Maxey, Ashton Higgins, Nick Richards.
What I'm saying.
Think about this.
He played with PJ Washington. He played with Tyler Hero.
Right.
He was on teams
Think
with
about
great
this too.
players.
Hold on. Think about this too.
Hold on.
And he got him ready.
Let me speak. Think about this too. If you went now, it's always a debate, right? So I'm not saying this is solidified, but if you went best point guard of all time, Magic Johnson, best shooting guard of all time, Michael Jordan, best small forward of all time, we'll say it's LeBron, but we'll say second best Larry Bird, the best power forward of all time, Tim Duncan, best center of all time, you go with Shaq. All 5 of those players all 6 of those players except for LeBron went 3 or 4 years in college.
I know, but this is what I'm trying to say. He has more to lose going back than he does coming out because he's already a top 5 pick.
Debatable.
Yeah.
The only thing he has to gain is 4 spots. And that is he has to ball out and he has to be better than everybody else.
I can see it, but 4 spots is a lot of money too.
But look,
why not get paid now?
No, I get what you're saying, but you gotta look at this. So if like once again, I watch high school basketball. If you look at the freshmen the seniors right now, they're going to be freshmen next year. Jalen Suggs is better than every single one of them, in my opinion. He's way better than every single one of them. So he'll be the #1 pick if he stays.
Right,
and who knows if Jalen Suggs is really straight up about the money? Because if he was straight up about the money, why didn't he go to the G League?
Right, no.
Maybe he chose to go to college because he knew that it would develop his game.
Right,
better.
yeah. That's why he said Gonzaga fixed his weaknesses. He assumed that Gonzaga would fix his weaknesses.
And if that coach says, look, if you come back for another year, we can develop this a little bit back more. Maybe he does decide to come back for a year. Because not only, maybe it would only gain him $2 million if he came back another year. But if he came back another year, maybe it extends his career another 5 years because he's learning more about the point guard.
Heals and then he turns into
how many times does that happen though? It's not like it's always happened every single time that somebody comes back.
But that risk is important. But
very important.
You said he tears his ACL. Now his career is over.
No, I didn't say career is over. I said
he's not
loses his draft stock.
Yeah.
Instead of being that top 5 pick this year, he tears his ACL. Now he gets drafted outside the lottery.
There's a guy in the NFL that's had that happen. Still got drafted first round. And
well, Zion hurt his ankle and still got drafted first. I get what you're saying on that part, but with Jalen Suggs, there could be people that are coming out that they draft before him just because they balled out in college. Like, you have that 1 year, and he balled out, but then they were like, well, Katie Cunningham was better, and then this freshman over here was averaging 30 points a game. We're going to take him.
But
and
this
then he
guard
drops out of the
class
lottery.
is so deep. Who knows if he's going to be a top 5 pick?
It's better for Jalen Suggs to stay because, like, once again, it's like Chris Olave. If Chris Olave came out this year, 2nd round pick, comes out next year, 1st round. He's a great player.
He doesn't get hurt.
Once again, in my opinion, like I said, like Kellen Mond had an amazing pro day. If he would have went last year's draft, he probably would have been drafted over Herbert.
That's the thing. He couldn't. I don't think he had a decision on this year. I think he was a senior this year.
Yeah. I'm
like,
saying,
he don't have a decision
or
to
he would have stayed and came out next year. He probably would be a top 3 pick because he's that good. But look how stacked this quarterback draft. Look how stacked this draft is in general. That's why he fell all the way back behind Mac Jones and Kyle Trask. So I feel like he's better than both of them. But Mac Jones won something. Kyle Trask bought it. You know what I mean? Like, it's stuff like that.
And then you also,
if Jalen Suggs stays, he's gonna. In my opinion, he's gonna be a high pick. But also, I get what you're saying too. Because really, what's the money difference between first pick and fifth pick?
But also,
It's
but nobody knows.
So why not get
But the
paid
thing
now?
is, nobody's locked in that he's a top 5 pick though. Like the last couple drafts, we knew Zion was number 1. We knew who the top 3 were. We knew it was Zion, Ja, and RJ. We knew that was the top 3. This draft, we knew the top 3 was boy in Minnesota.
No, you technically didn't know. You technically know because nobody really expected James Wiseman to be solid. Everybody. I was the only one who was solid on James Wiseman.
Well,
nobody else was. Nobody was solid on
the
Patrick
only thing
Williams
I've seen on
Patrick Williams going forward was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. He's actually alright though. He's good.
But what I'm saying is nobody knew where they were gonna go. But everything that I seen on ESPN, everything that I seen on ESPN coming into the last draft class was I've seen LaMelo, Anthony Edwards, and James Wiseman. I've seen all of them. They didn't know where they were going. I just seen those 3 names. This one, nobody knows. Nobody knows who's going to be number 1 overall.
Well, yeah, you do.
Maybe he's a 15th pick.
No, everybody,
maybe he's the 9th pick.
Everybody
maybe
knows.
He's the 2nd
everybody
pick.
knows
Nobody
the top
knows.
players. Top players is the ones in G League right now. Play G League. Those are top. And Cade Cunningham, top player. Luka Garza, that's the top player right there.
Right.
Jalen Suggs is going to be a top player.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm saying we know who the top
rookies.
Right.
I mean, freshmen. But also, one of them is smart. Devin Askew, like I said, he was the point guard, 6'2". He didn't really ball out.
From Illinois?
No, from Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, they struggled. He's transferring. He's transferring. He's going to go to a new school because
didn't he just transfer to? You said Duke or Kentucky?
He's from Kentucky.
Oh, okay. Because I've seen somebody from Duke just transfer to San Francisco University.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a lot of people transferring. It's been multiple transfers already, and because of the fact that they didn't do nothing. Because Kentucky is bad, but in my opinion, and I ain't gonna it's not really a hot take. This is my personal opinion. Being a college coach is way harder than being an NBA coach. I'm gonna be honest, because your team is different every single year. NBA coach, Lakers, oh my, you guarantee LeBron. You know, you had the same look at Steve Kerr. Had Curry, has Clay. You got your guys every single year. College, you have to go scout. You don't got to do that in the NBA. You don't give a fuck. You have to. Your team is different every single year. Your game plan has changed every single year. That shit is difficult.
No, and
you can't do that. So Calipari, that's an amazing coach. He's a great. I don't care. I know Austin don't like him that much. He's amazing. To be good, for Kentucky to be as good as they are every single year. Yeah, that's scary.
Let me correct that point.
That's amazing for a coach.
Let me correct that point. I think Calipari's a good coach. I just don't like him personally because I think he's cheating. But that's scary. Now I know everybody cheats, but I'm saying I think he's cheating. But what I was saying is I disagree that college coach is harder.
It definitely is.
I think the pros is harder because
you can argue that you got great players on your team, but you also got amazing players on your team.
But say
you got one in a generation player. You got the best player to ever play in Arkansas on your team. You know, stuff like that. You know,
depending on
I disagree because
your GM and everything, because you gotta think you have the
right.
Trust the process.
In college, you fill out your roster as the head coach, but in the pros, a lot of times the GM fills out the roster, and then you have to take what they give.
Right, but at the same time, you're getting amazing players. Okay, let's say the Thunder and the Pistons are 2 of the worst teams in the league. Mm-hmm. The Thunder has Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, a dog. They have Darius Bazley, really good. Al Horford, when he wants to be good, he's pretty good. They have a solid young core. Teo Maledon showed out to be really good. He's young too. Literally crazy because the Oklahoma University is older, average age is older than Oklahoma City Thunder. Mm-hmm. Think of that shit crazy. That's how young this team is, and they're actually really good. The Pistons. Dennis Smith Jr. is actually a solid player. We see.
I like Dennis Smith Jr.
Oh my God, I forget his name.
That's a 2?
No, he's the best player on the team right now.
Jeremy Grant?
Yeah, Jeremy Grant. Great player. He's an all-star player. He's a really solid player. And they're one of the worst teams. No, he is.
I think Jeremy Grant's overpaid.
Don't look at his past. Don't look at his past. He's balling now. He's the best player on the team. When when Blake Griffin was on that team, he's the best player on that team. He's the best player on the Pistons. And he's a solid player. You put him on the Lakers, he makes shit get done. You put him on the Nets, shit starts to shake. You put him
personally, for me though, I think if you average 15 points per game, you're overpaid at $20 million a year. That's just all I got.
To me,
I think he's a good player.
It's
I think he's a very good player, but
I
I think he's way overpaid. I don't think 15 points per game is $20 million.
Right. But it's his
speaking-
upside, though. It's his
speaking of
upside.
getting paid,
He can give you 20 something.
we're gonna-
He can give you 20 something on certain nights.
Hold on.
But
What we like to do in this podcast, we like to go like this. We're starting at basketball, then we'll hit NFL and go back to basketball. We like to go like this, right? So speaking of getting paid, there was a thing that was announced.
Brandon Marshall.
No.
Brandon Marshall. That was the funniest thing ever.
But there was a thing that was announced that instead of players only getting game checks, starting this year, they will actually get paid throughout 36 weeks of the year. So for their contract, like instead of just
sport?
football.
Okay.
NFL. The NFL passed it. So instead of getting just, you get your game check and then at the end of the year, make that money last until next year, it's actually spread out through 36 weeks that you will be getting paid.
I mean, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
I thought it was for the younger players.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's easier for the younger players instead
Definitely.
of getting all that lump sum and then you accidentally blow a little bit too much money and now you're fucking struggling until that next game check comes.
This is the thing, the number one thing that every player, and I nobody's going to watch this that's in the pros, but I'm saying, what you should do if you are going into any sport, the first thing you should do the day after you get drafted, whenever you sign that check and get that money, go out and hire a financial advisor immediately. That's the first purchase you should ever make on any contract. Yes, bro. Do your research. Do your research. Don't just go out and find somebody on the street and just say you're my financial advisor. Do your research, but you should go out and get you a financial advisor. I mean, that's the first. Before you buy a car, before you buy earrings, before you buy anything.
Did you hear what Shaq was saying when he got his first check, how he blew his first million or whatever? Because mom car, dad car, his car, stuff like that. But also it's crazy because
he bought his car and then he's like, "Oh, where am I at?"
$32,000 at Walmart.
And see, a lot of people think a financial advisor is going to tell you to not do anything. They're going to tell you how much.
They're going to tell you how to save.
They're
going to tell you what's smart.
They're going to
help you write off things.
You have this amount of money to spend. That way you know if I can spend. We'll say I can spend $150,000 and I'm not gonna fuck up my future. I can go buy $150,000 worth of whatever I want. They're just gonna help you budget that shit out.
And also another thing is that like when it comes to Shaq and me as a player, that's what I have to do. Plus, like let's say I ever went to the pros or something like that. Also, I feel like I have a great personality. So endorsement. Shaq has not touched the NBA money yet, I don't think. All the money Shaq has been spending lately on his house, everything straight endorsement money. I mean, look at Blake Griffin with Key and stuff.
No.
Like endorsement money is crazy.
I listened to the Knuckleheads podcast. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
He was on the Knuckleheads and he said he has touched that NBA money. He said I got a lot of kids, so he said he had touched that NBA money.
Let me ask you, it's crazy thing like endorsement is where it's at. That's how you make more money.
Fucking LaMelo just said they had an interview and they said how much have you spent your NBA money? He says I don't spend my NBA money because he has endorsement money.
I mean I think about plus I mean he was born into money. Big baller brand, they're making thousands and close to million. Like his dad's pretty much a millionaire just off his brand alone. But his brand wouldn't be nothing without his boys. Let's be honest.
The first thing you need to do,
you take away the Ball brothers,
you get drafted,
that brand's
100%. Yeah.
The first thing you need to do after you get drafted is go on Google and you got to type in the definition of the word no, because there's gonna be 17,000 people. Hey man, I'm down on my luck and I need $5,000 on that signing bonus to help me get my car.
It just depends.
It's somebody. It's a relative that
Right, but no, if you have a financial advisor, then they'll be okay with you. You can give them. We're not saying
when you came from nothing. When you get a chance for money, you're going to go buy your mama a house.
Yeah,
you're going to go buy your mama a house. You're going to want to go buy your cousin who was there for you from the beginning a house. You're going to want to do that.
But I'm saying the people that you haven't seen in 17 years of your life that text you and go, hey, bro.
That's
different. But at the same time, it just depends. It depends.
That's different. Now I can understand you saying that, but I'm saying like exactly if I get into money like that, I'm going to buy my parents something. I'm going to buy grandparents something. I'm going to buy aunts and uncles something.
I would know what you're saying, but I'm saying them people that you ain't never seen before in your life.
You can't fault somebody.
Who the fuck are you?
You can't fault somebody that's eating mayonnaise sandwiches and fucking ramen noodles every night, and then they get millions of dollars and they don't want to go help out their family. I can't fault anybody that's ever done that in their life.
But my thing is, it just depends. To me, yeah, I know parents, whatever. But my thing is, my parents weren't there for me. They ain't support me. They ain't gonna get nothing out of it either. Even though I love my parents, how I go. So say a friend, just a fucking friend who supported me on that ride, who helped me throughout there, who believed in me. They're gonna get something. You know what I mean? Like that's how I look at it. It don't matter what you is to me. If you were there for me, you supported me, you gonna get something.
Right.
That's how I look at it. So I feel like that deserves, like you said, somebody that who basically doubted you or low-key hated on you, who was never there for you, but now you got something. Now they gonna be your biggest fan. Now you're not supposed to help people like that.
A good example of that. We all know him, Davion Montgomery. When he got drafted, our head coach, Krause is like, man, My car in the shop.
Allegedly.
David hasn't. Allegedly. Hold on.
Allegedly. Let's not.
I haven't heard this.
Let's not throw things out there, but allegedly.
Allegedly.
We're not trying to throw any names under the bus.
That's
allegedly.
crazy.
Yeah. So allegedly.
Please tell me that's
Allegedly.
not real.
He hasn't even signed the contract yet or anything.
When David got drafted, I sent him a message to congratulate him, and that's it.
Same.
I've never asked somebody like
So
I know
at the
he's got
most
so
of-
much shit on his mind. I gotta figure out what I'm doing with my life. Let him be his life.
Like,
bro.
the only thing I've
That's
asked him
like-
was like, can you just give me advice on how to become a better athlete? That's the
I
only
didn't,
thing I've
right,
asked
I
him.
didn't even ask him. The only question I've ever asked David after he got drafted was, how does it feel to play in Lambeau? That's all I've ever asked him. That's the only question I've ever
What did
asked
he say?
him. I don't remember.
Was it? It's cool.
Probably. But that's the only, like, I understand, like, that's crazy, bro. I
Yeah.
really hope that's not true. I really hope that's
Allegedly,
not true.
it's allegedly.
Now, but
We
some
got
people,
it from a source.
some people are
We have a
born
source,
leeches.
but
I mean, that's how some people are
we got a
born
source.
leeches. That's
Yeah.
how it goes.
I
Like,
really hope that's not true.
no, but also I feel like to me, like coaches and like you to me, you have your rare coaches. Like I've like the only real coach I ever had was like probably my own dad. I know he was looking out for the best for me, but to me, like that's what high school football is something I struggle with. Like I don't like it that much because it's not fun. It's not fun for me at all. It's just more business. I feel like I'm working. Back then, when I broke a record at Wilson having 97 tackles in 8 games, that was fun. I was out there playing football. I wasn't out there thinking about my spot can get took, or if I'm not bringing these colleges here, and this guy is 6'8" and I'm way better than him, but because he's 6'8", then he's gonna put him in front of me so colleges can come here. That's how dumb high school sports is. Like the coaches, they don't care about you. They don't. 95% of coaches care about what they get out of you. And
Right.
I mean, like nothing bad about
Just
Cross.
saying.
He never coached me,
Shit.
but what I've heard about him is he didn't care how good you was.
No.
Not even,
If you brought something to him, you got him wins, or you got colleges to come to his school, you were put first. That's not fair to me. Like if I come to every single workout, I'm here every single practice. I'm not missing because I had to go get my sister from the bus stop and I couldn't be stuff like that, being late but just completely missing and stuff. Like you know how many guys like it'd be a guy in basketball. I know guys who have 4 fouls in the first quarter. Coach, they still in the game though. But then you go in, you get 1 foul, and he take you right back out. So like that's just like coaches have favorites, and that's just dumb. You have your rare real coaches.
High school is bad, but AAU coaches are the worst.
Oh yeah. I mean,
They only want
wins.
recruiting players
It just wins.
to come
That's all
out.
they want.
Not just that. They recruiting players to come out and play for them to go to the NBA, so then they can get something out of it.
Look better.
That's the only.
Yeah.
Now, not every coach. There's always
You
there's always
got your
outliers.
rare good ones,
But-
you do.
That's the mentality of the AAU coach most of the time is, if I recruit these kids and one of them makes it to the league, I'm going to be set for life.
Tell me why everybody in this room. Well, I don't know about you per se, but pretty
'Cause then
much
how do you say
everybody
no?
in this room. You ask, okay, name one real coach that you had. One of their first coaches is a Pee Wee coach.
No, if the first coach that I would come to my head as somebody that I respected greatly and had an impact on my life was Coach Johnson. And that was a high school coach.
Well, mine would be Pops first, and then Coach Tom second.
Well,
which are
I'm
two
not
Pee Wee coaches.
including
Yeah,
Dad.
he
I'm not
coached.
right, but I'm
Yeah,
saying
I'm
that's
saying, like,
That's why I
That's
said
different,
Pee Wee
though.
coach.
Like
I'm
Like,
saying
so-
besides family.
No, I'm
That's
not
the
saying
first coach
besides
that
him.
had
I'm
a
saying
real
the coach
impact.
that impacted your life.
Right, but I'm saying it's
not
different. It's different family wise. Like obviously, Dad had an impact in our life.
yeah,
but I'm
because
saying
he was looking for the best for you on the
right,
field. in
exactly.
general,
But
like,
I'm saying aside from family, the first coach that I had real
Mine was
impact in my
Coach
life was
Johnson.
Coach Johnson.
Not Coach Johnson, Coach Tom. I love Coach Tom to death, man. Coach Tom was one of my favorite coaches, and he was fucking crazy.
yeah.
You used to laugh at his ass all the time.
No,
You did
I mean,
too.
And Coach
it's crazy.
I had
Coach
so many
Backer
different
too.
coaches.
Like,
Oh, I love
here-
Coach Backer.
like here's
Yeah,
here's,
you
a,
gotta
here's
have
another thing.
coaches
Like
I
me,
really loved. So
Pee Wee,
I can't-
Pee Wee, I have fun, but football stopped getting fun. Like I swear, winning in sports is a curse. Because I mean, look at the Chiefs. I bet money it's not fun. They're winning a lot, but it's not fun winning. Winning is not good. I swear. Freshman year when I played,
disagree.
freshman year, no, I'm saying, okay, it's better than losing every single game. But the most fun I ever had, I'm not talking on the field, but like off the field, everything, we went 2-8. Playing for Hamilton. That shit was fun. Bus rides lit as fuck, nobody cared. Practice was lit.
Yeah.
The locker room was lit. I mean, because we
I
didn't
would've
care.
loved playing
No,
baseball
I'm
for
saying,
Mount Healthy.
we really didn't care because we knew we were bad per se. So we were just out there
Yeah,
playing, fucking
you
around.
would've
I remember we played Loveland. I was getting weak the whole fucking game because on the field every single one of them had long. I'm thinking like, damn, they all got long ass hair. Took the helmet off, buzz cut it from like, what the fuck? Every single player had mullet. Every single one. Funniest I've ever seen in my life. They were good as hell. I remember I used to fuck around. I remember I had 10 tackles in the first quarter. And in that same game, I had like a touchdown or two. It's crazy shit. I'm thinking like, bro, this shit fun. Nobody taking it serious. Nobody's really trying hard. Just fun.
I disagree though, because like my favorite year ever of playing sports was my 10th grade year playing JV. We went 10-0,
right?
And we had a blast. We had fun.
Right.
Everybody was.
I mean that's fun. Like when you feel like you playing and you're not even trying for it, you winning.
We played.
That was kind of me my whole life though. But until I got to high school,
we played Cincinnati Christian High School or something like that.
What,
Something
CCS?
like
CCS?
No.
I forget what it was.
CH.
Oh yeah,
CH, something like that. And
that was us.
We was in the huddle. We was in the huddle in like third quarter talking shit,
in this random
laughing,
field in, like,
bullshitting.
The
We was up by
city
20.
with fucking concrete bleachers. And it was the middle of the field, and it was a purple team, and I don't even think they had fucking uniforms. I think they was just purple practice jerseys versus y'all.
Purple people eaters.
What, us?
Yeah.
No. This was somebody else.
I thought you was talking about when you got hulked and was mad as hell.
That's what I'm talking about. I got hulked like a motherfucker.
Wait, was they blue?
Yes, they were blue and yellow.
I think that might be CCS. It's Cincinnati Christian Schools.
But something like that. But it was a team we never played before. But the team we played varsity, they didn't have a JV team, so we just scheduled.
I think it was Amelia, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't Amelia.
No. Okay.
But yeah, I got hulked that game. But that game was fun. We was bullshitting halfway through the game. We was winning.
Austin caught the ball. The dude was 25 yards behind him.
Not 25. He was 10.
He was 37 yards behind him.
10.
I
running down the field.
On his neck.
I run a seam route. I run a seam route. Ball is a great ball. Caught the ball. I turn like this. He's 10 yards behind me. I'm on the 20-yard line. I'm like, oh, this is 6. I turn this way. I'm running. I turn back. He's right here. I'm like, oh shit!
And
I'm talking about he looked like that. Bring him 5 yards and look like that again.
Yeah, and I got tackled on like the 8. I was pissed.
Yeah. See, mine was junior year because we went 9-1. Bruh.
Hey, that was my sophomore year.
CHCA.
Yeah, I got the run up on that game.
We pull up, in his words, motherfuckers like, oh shit, these motherfuckers big as hell.
Not motherfuckers, me.
I get what you're saying.
They big as shit.
I get what you're saying though, because like when I played baseball, we lost every game except like 1 or 2.
It was fun.
But we did have fun with that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
we knew we were bad.
Like,
right.
So
like me,
bad.
The funnest season. So I'm talking on the bus ride. Everything was fun, besides in the game you were bored.
We can say this
because
now.
you get your ass beat and you're not winning. But obviously the best feeling playing football is when you out there just playing football and you going people out. Like that's how it was Pee-wee. Kindergarten, first grade we went undefeated, but kindergarten we lost Super Bowl. First grade we won Super Bowl, we won the Battle of the Champions against another team, won Super Bowl. Second grade undefeated Super Bowl. Third grade undefeated Super Bowl. Fourth grade undefeated, and we won Columbus. Third grade, and we won Tennessee. Third grade undefeated all the way, won it all. Fourth grade I played up. We undefeated Super Bowl. Yeah. It was the year after. Yeah, in the fourth grade year, undefeated Super Bowl, went to Tennessee. We lost, but I was playing the grade up.
But and also you gotta think
Fifth
about
grade I
what
played
the
on a super team. It was a super team, so it was like all the best players from the Blue Stars, all the best players from the Bulldogs. We all combined. We had a super team. I remember I got hurt, but also our coaches didn't really care. Like it was because we wanted the Bulldogs coaches, but the Stars coaches, because we were under the Stars, they stayed as coaches. They were horrible coaches. We still we lost like semi or something in the playoffs. 6th grade year, everything went down because one of our best players, father passed away, so he wasn't the same as he was in years prior. But we still had an amazing year. We still went on, but a team was built to beat us. We were going against 8th graders in the 6th grade, and they were built to beat us. And after the game, they came and asked me and my brother, do we want to join their arena team? Because they was like, none of us are from Oak Hill. We're from Avondale and stuff like that, Cincinnati. But they said that they want to win this league, so we brought our boys to come win. And they beat us in the Super Bowl. And like literally, I'm in 6th grade and I see beards, mustaches, buff muscle. I'm like, bro, none of us is built like that yet. I'm sitting over here flagging.
But it's also the culture, though.
I'm like,
but it's also
damn,
the culture.
Because
like, yes, you said that you weren't having fun, but it didn't have nothing to do with the winning. It had something to do with the coaches.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean I liked my Pee-wee coaches, but it's like,
like
once we won our first Super Bowl, it's like once you get that first taste of something sweet, that's all you want, something sweet. So that was the main focus, winning. All we gotta do is just go out there, you win, you can have fun after the game. But I'm so damn tired. I'm asleep. I'm going home playing the game, going to sleep. Like it was just all we did. I remember seeing like Pee-wee teams were practicing. I think it was like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, something like that. We practiced every single day. We even practice on Fridays.
When I tell you, we used to.
It was a 6-day-a-week shit.
Every fucking Saturday, we spent from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. at the fucking field.
And until 6 p.m. out to eat.
And until our fucking Saturdays were taken completely.
I'm saying
like, every Saturday because we got there at 9 a.m. to watch them play, and we stayed all the fucking way until when he was in 6th grade. We watched him play.
I remember. I remember Peter football was for normal for like every other team. I feel like was a 4-day-a-week thing. You had Saturdays, and after it was like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday was practicing.
Yeah.
I did that kindergarten, and then in 1st grade I did that. But after we won Super Bowl 1st grade, 2nd grade and up, I practiced. It was like varsity. It was like playing fucking varsity football where you got you every spot. It was 6 days a week. Monday practice, Tuesday practice, Wednesday practice, Thursday practice, Friday practice, Saturday game. Saturday was the game. It's Saturday after the game. We stayed night somebody's house.
I know.
So still, it was like
too.
I was.
And the worst part about like my team, I'm not gonna say my Pee Wee team was the best team because it wasn't. But we had a good defense, and what pissed us off is we couldn't scrimmage nobody. And I know y'all was the same way. Like nobody wanted to play us.
No, I ain't gonna lie, Mom. We scrimmaged everybody. That's the thing. Like we used to.
We didn't get no scrimmages. Everybody would say no to us.
And the thing is, bro, my team was most hated. Our team was the most hated. We was the only team who was bringing trophies, most hated. I remember everybody, even our 6th grade year. Even our 6th grade, y'all got to pick our jerseys for us. We was always, bro, we not even K1 no more. We got the last pick of jersey. That's why I wear 57. I didn't want to wear, I remember 2nd grade, I had to wear 13. I had to wear 60. Kindergarten 1st grade. I never got to pick my number. It was just whatever jersey fit because everybody else got to pick their shit first.
I thought you were saying
even
everybody
in 4th grade,
I was on y'all's corner like fucking.
No. I'm saying like the organization they headed our team, who was the only team who was actually winning. And the thing is that the person who ran it all.
Coached his team.
No, I'm saying no. He coached the team above our grade.
Yeah.
If anybody joined our team and they were good, but he looked at birth certificate like, wait, they could pass for a 4th grader. Like our cousin Nate, he got pulled up. But the thing is, if he would have stayed, he would have won a Super Bowl. But since he didn't stay, he didn't. But we still undefeated, bust everybody's ass and won a Super Bowl. But he would have been a great part, especially in running the game.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of
He was that fullback that didn't care if he had the ball or not. Like, he was hitting something.
Like I'm sorry, like every single player like me, he even tried to pull me up. But thank God my birthday was late because like he was trying to separate me and my brother. And like but we had Elijah Givens. He was number 1 running back probably in the tri-state, but he was a dog. Like every time he got the ball, touchdown. Bro, 4th to 35, we're running the ball. That's how our team was. And also we was only we were in kindergarten. My brother was 4 years old. We're passing the ball. Kindergarten passing, doing streaks, doing slants. That's how our team. We was super advanced, and that's why we won so much.
But let's get back to what we were talking about before. We was talking about college basketball. Yeah. Aaron got us off on a different subject.
That's cool.
So I had everybody.
That's to make this fun that we do that.
So now we switching over. So I had everybody Wednesday and Thursday research, and we're gonna sit here and we're gonna list our top 5 point guards.
Since mine probably the longest.
So this is all opinion. This is all personal opinion. And we're going to debate on any disagreement, but this is not like scientific or anything like that. I'm gonna go first.
Okay, yeah. I think I'll go second. I'll go second.
All right, hold on. Let me check.
I'll go last.
You going last? Okay.
I'll go last.
I got
Here's my thing. If my number 1 isn't okay, if he's not your number 1, you got some explaining to do. But if he's not your number 2, I'm pissed. But if he's not your number 3, I ain't gonna. You're gonna have to go ahead and take a walk home. If you live in Oxford, Cincinnati, or
we're gonna
down
list
the street,
this.
you still gotta walk home.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna list this 5 to 1. We have a couple honorable mentions. We'll do the honorable mentions first.
I think I got 4 honorable mentions.
1, not 1, 2, 5.
No, we're going honorable mentions first, and then 5 to 1, and then just a brief little explanation of why you put them there. And if anybody has a disagreement, start it.
I don't got stats, but I got like what they did. Like I got like championship.
Right, I got the same thing. But and if anybody has a disagreement, go ahead and chime in with your disagreement. So my honorable mentions.
No. Okay, here's my thing. I think we should do disagreements at the end because I don't want somebody being like, that was my number 1. Why you got him honorable mention? I don't want to be like that because then you tell him what you got.
Okay.
So wait to the end and we'll debate about stuff. Okay.
So my honorable mentions right now, I got Jerry West.
Okay.
Great player. The logo. Yep. A great person. A great player. Only won 1 championship, and I want to say 4 or 5 tries. I couldn't put him in the top 5, and then also I got Oscar Robertson, the Big O. That's my other honorable mention.
Okay.
He was first ever to average a triple double, but triple doubles aren't seen as that big. They are really good, but they're not. They've kind of been died down a little bit. A triple double is a triple double now. Yeah. It's not this big thing anymore because Westbrook, Doncic, Luka, Jokic, James Harden.
It's more because Westbrook averaged a triple double 3
seasons, but not just that. But now you got Jokic is getting triple doubles constantly. James Harden triple doubles constantly.
It's not as much as it was.
Westbrook, Luka Doncic is getting triple doubles constantly. There's just so many people. It's kind of not on that same level.
Right.
But number 5, I got Chris Paul.
Okay.
CP3 has my utmost respect. New Orleans took a dying franchise, led them to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Clippers took a dying franchise, led them to the playoffs. Then he goes to the Rockets. take a dying franchise, took them to the Western Conference Finals. They haven't even been there before.
I can't say dying.
Yeah, they were dying. They were solid when he got there.
Right, okay, they were solid. Then goes to Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City, everybody counted out.
They made it.
Took them to the 5th seed in the playoffs.
With Phoenix.
Sitting in Phoenix right now, they're the second best team in the league. Or in the West.
And then literally last season, one of the worst teams in the West.
Yes.
So, yeah.
They didn't make the playoffs last year.
No,
he shows up. They're number 2 in the West.
They didn't make it by, what, 1 game?
Yeah.
Hey,
went undefeated.
Yeah, but
they
you didn't make it now with Chris Paul. You're the number 2 team in the West.
Yeah,
so I got Chris Paul at 5. Even though his accolades aren't the greatest, I still think he's a top 5 point guard.
Yeah.
Multiple-time assist leader. Multiple-time steals leader. Also, you got to put that up.
Free throw.
Number 4, I got Allen Iverson.
Okay.
I list him as a point.
Yeah.
Look,
Allen Iverson, because he's not a point. He's a shooting
yes,
guard.
he is.
Not a point. He's a
Yes,
shooting guard.
this is why I say he's a point.
No, I'm saying you can do that, but that's why he's not.
Right.
He's not on mine because he's shooting guard, in my opinion.
Right,
So
but
shooting guard when he might be on mine.
He lined up as a 2 guard, but when the hell ever did Allen Iverson not have the ball in his hands? He was an ISO player. In my opinion, he was a point guard. And Allen Iverson started his career as a point guard, but then when they realized he wasn't really passing the ball, they moved him to shooting guard, so that way they could bring in a point guard.
Saying that's like saying Kobe, Jordan, James Harden, all the guys are point guards.
But they didn't start their careers as a point guard.
No, I'm just saying, but
he went through college as a point, high school as a point.
I got a question.
Started his career as a point.
LeBron started his career as a 2 guard. Is he a 2 guard?
No, he didn't. He was a small forward.
No,
LeBron was always a small forward.
He started out his career in
we can
the
go on
NBA
basketballreference.com right now.
Basketball reference right now is wrong because I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I'm saying,
he started out as a 2 guard and then they moved him to small forward.
I mean, okay. What's his name? Trying to think of his name. DeMar DeRozan started his career as a point guard in college. Then he was a shooting guard. Then he was small forward. Now he's sitting at power forward today. Is he a point guard?
But I got
it's Vince Carter a power forward. He started out as a...
Let me see.
I just want to make sure. To me, Allen Iverson, 100% shooting guard. When we do the shooting guard one, he's definitely going to be on my shooting guard one. I don't believe he's a point guard. But, I mean, he was an amazing player.
I want to see something.
We're going to chime in at the end.
Look, I mean, he's played point. I mean, yes, he's played shooting guard a lot, but he's also played point guard a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of his 12, 13, 15, 16.
But here's my thing.
9 of his 17 careers seasons was a point guard.
But if you're arguing he's top 5, you would argue he's a top 5 shooting guard. I wouldn't say he's a top 5 point guard if he didn't play point guard.
Right.
I bet his best seasons was all shooting guard.
No, he won MVP as a shooting guard.
Yes, but still, I got him as my top.
So you can't count his MVP. You can't count none of that because he was not a point guard.
I got him listed as a point guard because 9 of his 17 years was a point guard, and Allen Iverson was amazing, culture icon, MVP. That 2001 season, he took a bunch of nobodies
shooting guard.
To the MVP.
Hold on. There's one person you can't say that's a nobody. Dikembe Mutombo.
Dikembe Mutombo was 57 years old.
He still wasn't a nobody though.
Carmelo Anthony.
No, but he still wasn't a nobody though. You still can't say.
I mean, he played with Carmelo Anthony. He played with Andre Iguodala when Iguodala was pretty good. J.R. Smith was solid.
Iguodala was young when he played with.
But he was still solid. He was solid.
He was solid.
J.R. Smith was solid, but he was really young too.
But I'm talking about that 2000 team. I'm not talking about his whole career.
Yeah, I know.
He played with Melo. He played.
Yeah, he played with some great players.
But I'm saying that 2000 year that he won the MVP, he took a bunch of nobodies. The starting 5 was Eric Snow, Allen Iverson, Dikembe Mutombo was in the starting 5.
Wasn't like Aaron
and it's
McKee.
What?
Wasn't like Aaron McKee or something like that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I meant.
It was same thing with LeBron.
Nobody.
It was same thing with LeBron's first couple runs in Cleveland. He
Right.
also had Eric Snow. Like he had ass people.
So number three might get a little upset.
Shout out to Eric Snow.
Okay. My number 3 can get y'all upset.
My number 3 might get everybody a little upset, but I have to respect this guy. My number 3 point guard of all time is Steph Curry. Two MVPs, 3 championships. Yes, he has no Finals MVPs. That's why I got him at 3. No Finals MVPs of the 3 rings. But I mean, first ever unanimous MVP in NBA history. The shit that he's been doing for the NBA. I got Steph Curry as the 3rd best point guard of all time. Number 2, I got Isaiah Thomas of the Pistons.
Oh, bad boys.
Isaiah Thomas. Okay. 2 championships, Finals MVP. Isaiah Thomas was everything for that Detroit team. Yeah. Everything. And they won. And they were the ones that split up the Celtics, Lakers. Yes, exactly. They changed the league. And then my number 1.
There's a reason why a team like Baylor just won a championship.
Not just that, but there's a reason why Michael Jordan couldn't win the championship until
why he couldn't get to the championship.
But see, exactly. That's the thing that separates Isaiah Thomas over
from
Steph.
Other point guards.
Yes, from Steph was that Finals MVP. I hold a Finals MVP a little bit higher than a regular season MVP because that means not only because regular season MVP just you were the best in the regular season. Finals MVP,
you
led that team to a championship.
Here's my thing. I have MVP over because MVP means you're the best player in the NBA. You're the best player in the whole entire NBA.
I know.
No. Let me finish. Okay. MVP, you're the best player in the NBA. Finals MVP, you're the best player, or you were the best player on the best team in the NBA. That to me, that's facts. That's 100%
well,
facts.
hold on. This is why.
Hold on. This is kill something.
Or you played the best on the best team in the NBA. That's how I look at it.
Okay.
Because like Iguodala was not the best player on the team, but he played the best, or he was a major factor in winning championship. That's why MVP is more than that.
You ready? Jerry West won the MVP and they lost the NBA Finals.
Right? No, I'm saying, but he was the best player in the NBA. Just because you're the best player in the NBA, don't mean you gotta win. Cause like Giannis.
No, he lost the Finals MVP. He was the Finals MVP.
Jerry West is the only point guard or only
player in history to win Finals MVP and not win a championship.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, this is what separates me. This is why I hold Finals MVP a little bit. Now it's not like miles higher, just a little bit higher. Because if anybody goes, LeBron is the greatest player of all time, Michael Jordan fans will automatically, how many rings, right? So if you're counting rings, then Finals MVPs goes right along with that because that means you were the MVP of getting your team to the championship. That's why I hold it just a little bit higher. No, yeah, I mean, because rings is the automatic top dog.
Well, to me, you were the.
I feel like Finals MVP.
I mean, if you look at the meaning, most valuable player. So you were the most valuable player in the whole entire NBA.
No, I get
Finals MVP meaning you were the most valuable player in the finals.
Right.
So to me, you were the best player in the league, or you're the best player on the best team. That's how I look at it.
What I'm saying is, right. I agree with what you're saying. I'm saying I don't fault you for having that argument. I'm saying this is why I put Finals MVP.
I get what you said because like he's like you were MVP and you got the jewelry at the end of the day. You know how MVP just got a trophy and didn't get shit after it?
Right.
Giannis back-to-back, got Defensive Player of the Year back-to-back, shit like that. That's amazing. But he don't got the ring to back it up.
And that's what everybody looks at is the rings. And then obviously, my number one greatest point guard to ever step foot on the NBA court, I got Magic Johnson. 5 rings, 3 MVPs. Literally did everything for the Lakers organization. I mean, Kareem was there, but it was an old man Kareem. But Magic Johnson revitalized.
Kareem was still balling, though, but that was
right. That was
Magic.
Kareem was still balling, but
that was Magic. 6'9" point guard. Come on.
When he first came,
he started the
Magic
movement.
Johnson's the greatest point guard to ever step foot.
He started the movement. He started the best Simmons and Giannis. He started that. He started the Kevin Durant.
Hold on. I gotta say this. He also revitalized the league. He revived the league because the league was dying. Once him and Bird came into the what?
And not only that,
oh shit!
Basketball is that's what makes basketball probably the most entertaining sport right now.
Yeah, Magic Johnson was one of the most unselfish players. He could score. I mean, at 6'9", as a point guard, you could score whenever you want. But he made a point to get his teammates involved, and that's just something amazing.
Well, also you gotta think about when he first.
That's what makes him the best point guard of all time. That's what makes him the best point guard.
When he first came into the league, he wasn't the guy that Lakers say go get a bucket. He was the guy. You are facilitating.
You always got to respect somebody that in the playoffs moved to center to help his team out.
And won the Finals MVP his rookie year. But once Kareem got older and he got older, they said, you know what, Magic, now you got to lead. This is your team for real now. Now you got to be the scorer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And not only just that, but like also another thing with Magic was like he engulfed himself in winning, and he saved the Lakers franchise.
He did.
And
that's what the Lakers franchise is the best franchise of all time right now.
Built the Showtime Lakers, which then put the Lakers on this extra platform.
You got Shaq and Kobe. Now you got LeBron and Anthony Davis.
Before Magic.
You're doing the Caruso.
Caruso's
LA.
Before Magic in LA, before he played for the Lakers were known as a choking, losing franchise. Because if you look at the history,
that's why Celtics and Lakers always.
They lost to the Celtics.
He helped start that.
Every single finals that the Lakers made in the 60s and 70s, they lost to the Lakers except for one, because that's the one when they got Will.
You're talking about they lost to the Celtics. Yeah.
They lost period except for one. They was able to win. And then Magic gets there. They win 5 in 10 years. He's got 3 MVPs. He built the Lakers
3
Showtime.
Finals MVPs as well. Yeah.
He saved that franchise.
So here's my thing. So once again, I got 4 honorable mentions because I don't think like
I'm not gonna lie. I
to
had
5. Like these 4 players can all be in somebody's top 5. I got my first one is Bob Cousy.
Okay.
He has 6 championships, an MVP. He's a 13-time All-Star, 12-time All-NBA, and he's in the Hall of Fame.
Just Bob Cousy couldn't go left.
Right, but you win 6 championships in the MVP no matter what the fuck you can do. And then here where it might get controversial. He's honorable mention, but I got Isaiah Thomas my honorable mention. 2-time NBA champion, Finals MVP, 12-time All-Star.
Honorable mention.
He's in the Hall of Fame, 5-time All-NBA. Jason Kidd, also another honorable mention.
Okay.
This kid, he won a championship.
Shout out to Jason
10 All-Star, 6-time All-NBA. Here's my favorite part. 9 times All-NBA defense, and he won a Rookie of the Year. Then I got my last honorable mention, Steve Nash, 2 MVPs, 8-time All-Star, 7-time All-NBA. I mean, he won 2 MVPs. To me, like I said, MVP, you're the best player in the league 2 times, twice.
No,
that's great.
This is the only thing. This is the only thing I got with Steve Nash before you go on to your top 5. If you were to list your entire top 5, don't name them out right now, plus every single honorable mention that you just did, Steve Nash gets picked last. If you're building a franchise, that's why I don't pick Steve Nash. Out of all those names on your list right now, you're taking Steve Nash.
No,
last.
I'm saying that I put him honorable mention because I can see somebody put him in the top 5. He was a great point guard. Not saying
yeah,
he's a great point guard.
When we did our,
we're not doing best players. We're doing great point guard.
Right.
That's why I got him in the
Well,
honorable mention.
I'm just saying, like, whatever great point guard you put up with Steve Nash is getting picked last. That's why I can never even put him up.
The 2010s last week. At first, I did say Steve Nash because he's a great point guard.
Yeah, but out of the 2010s, he's the last one that would be mentioned. But go ahead.
So my number 5 is Chris Paul, 8-time All-Star, 7-time All-NBA, 7-time All-NBA Defense Rookie of the Year, and he's a future Hall of Famer in my opinion.
Yes.
Definitely.
Number 4, I got Jerry West as number 4. So he's the logo. He won a champion. He was a 12-time All-NBA, 14-time All-Star, and All-Star MVP.
And 2 Finals MVPs.
Yeah, and then he won a logo, and he's the logo. Number 3, I got Oscar Robertson, number 3. He's NBA champion, MVP, 12-time All-Star, 11-time All-NBA, Rookie of the Year, Hall of Famer, and he changed the culture of the NBA. With like you said, all these players doing triple doubles now, he started that.
Yeah.
He made it a point to be a dog in 3 different stat categories.
And not only that,
you know what I mean? Like,
he did it when the centers were the
when getting the ball in the post was what you want to do in basketball, he was doing that. That's why he's the top 3 in my opinion. Number 2, it's gonna go first. I got Steph Curry, number 2. He's a 3-time champion, 2-time MVP, 7-time All-Star, 6-time All-NBA, 5-time 3-point field goal leader, and he's definitely a future Hall of Famer. And he changed the whole entire culture of the NBA. He changed it from being I know it was already out of the bigs by the time he got in the league, but you have guys like Kobe shooting mid-range shots, LeBron pull up middies. Now it's straight threes. Everybody
has to shoot a 3.
And he's shooting threes from so deep they're talking about a 4-point line. And one of the first names you think of when they talk about who's going to dominate, Stephen Curry. Like, you know, he completely like he makes guys like me who I should have no business shooting a 3 in a basketball game want to shoot threes, want to do step back threes, want to shoot from the volleyball line, want to shoot from half court. 100%. He changed the whole entire league. So I had him the second best point guard. And number 1, I got Magic Johnson, of course. To me, it meant like this is the guy I was saying. If my number 1 isn't your number 1 or at least your number 2, I'm gonna be pissed. Because Magic Johnson is the best point guard ever played the game.
So
100%.
I'm gonna go ahead. I got 3 honorable mentions. I got 3 of them. Okay. All right. I actually ranked them like my honorable mentions so I can go up. So number 8, I picked John Stockton, honorable mention.
He's definitely honorable mention. He is.
Honorable mention. I like how he. I like his game.
I was gonna put him top 5 until I was like, damn, I can't put him over Jerry West. I couldn't put him over Jerry West.
He does have the all-time assists, but
he got
that's about it.
He got the accolades to be on some people's.
Right.
But just not mine.
and then I like the glove. You know, I like Gary Payton. He made it a point to.
You can argue he changed the game too.
Yeah,
with guard defense, because back then there was no defense for guards.
Exactly.
There was none.
That's what I was gonna say.
You argue none.
He changed.
What?
I just learned about this before you continue. I learned about this the other day. There was an illegal defense back in the 80s and 90s where if you were a point guard or a guard, you couldn't you had to fully commit to a double, and you couldn't guard.
You couldn't go back.
Past the free throw line.
Yeah, you might have said that. I was like that. To me, that's why Jordan dominated as much as he did. You know what I mean? He was a guard. Guards, if you double, they have to completely leave Pippen or completely leave Steve Kerr, completely leave or Armstrong. They couldn't help. There is no such thing as help. Now help basketball makes basketball. I mean, look college basketball.
No zones. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So, sorry, my phone closed. All right, the last honorable mention was Oscar Robertson for me. I love Oscar Robertson. Honorable mention.
I have Oscar as
now, when I say number 5, y'all gonna get pissed because I feel like that guy is just a little bit better just because personal opinion and how I like my point guards. You know how I like my point guards.
Well, I ain't go how I like my point. If I was going to highlight my point guard, Ben Simmons would have been the best. Ben Simmons would have been 2. Magic would have been 1. You know what I mean? I'm going up how fucking good they were. How they changed the league.
But go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
So number 5, Steve Nash. I like Steve Nash.
He's not top 5 all the time, bro.
I think he's number 5. Number 4, I got Chris Paul. Gotta have Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Number
Chris
4.
Paul, top 5.
Number 4. Number 3, Isaiah Thomas from the Pistons. You know.
Yeah.
Cole. You guys already said most of their accolades, so I don't have to repeat it.
But the fact that you even put his
number 2, Steph.
Yeah.
Number 2, Steph.
Yeah, I've got Steph my number 2. Steph top 3 in my
and number 1, Magic.
Okay.
But hold on, Steve Nash in the 5. I disagree. Look.
Over Oscar Robertson?
Now, yes, Steve Nash was a 2-time.
Do you have him over Gary
MVP.
Payton? Do you have him over?
No.
I ain't gonna lie, it just depends. It depends. Like,
No.
personal opinion, if you're an offensive guy, you're an accolade guy, you might put him over.
Because, see,
Steve
this
Nash.
is why.
You
This
might
is
put him
why.
over Gary Payton.
Steve Nash, in any era of basketball, besides the one he played in, would be irrelevant. He would not be. He only benefited because of the rule changes in the early 2000s.
And also, he made, like...
And the 7-second
the
offense.
the 7 seconds or less made Steve Nash. You put
That's
Steve
it.
Nash, on any other team.
You say system quarterback. He was a system point guard. He was only good in the system he played in. Look at every time before D'Antoni got to Phoenix, he was a nobody in Phoenix. He went to Dallas, was a nobody in Dallas. He had Dirk Nowitzki in Dallas and was a nobody. He comes back and he's having his best years at 33 and 34 years old because of the rule change and the 7 seconds or less.
When he was on any team besides that same system, he was bad. Like, he was terrible on the Lakers. I'm gonna be honest with you, he was horrible. I was so excited when we got him. He was out of prime though, and we got Dwight. Dwight, if somebody would have
excited as fuck. Oh my god.
For an NBA casual, if you heard that Dwight, Kobe, and Steve Nash played 6 how many wins they? How many rings they win? That's the first question. Like, I ain't gonna lie, none. They were ass.
Like, look, this is what I gotta say.
Like,
look,
they were pretty bad.
His 2 MVP years were.
You tell me a top 5 point guard of all time average single digit points?
But
damn.
I'm trying to look at where his
I'm just
MVPs
saying. I'm just saying.
I don't remember where his
I'm gonna
MVPs were, but 15, 7. Look,
he never averaged over 20.
Never averaged over 20.
He never averaged over 20 points.
But look, if you look, because where is his MVP? I think it's 32 and 33. I think these 2 are his MVP years. Yes, 18 and 11, 16. No, it's right here, I think. I think it's 31 and 32. Can I look? Let me look.
I ain't gonna go to one phone. You can stay on there.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you got it, Dre?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. It's not general.
Because, like, yeah, I just don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't think they saw that.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, I know why they didn't, because there's certain settings.
My bad. But so that's the only one I disagree with. The other ones I can understand what you're saying, but I think if you took that entire
You
list,
can't put, to me, you
I
can't
would
put
pick
Steve Nash over.
last.
I'm saying you come like when you put Oscar Robertson and Gary Payton and honorable mentions, but Steve Nash was 5. That's tough. Like I would take Oscar Robertson, Gary Payton. I did, you know.
All right, so now it's Dre.
5 honorable mentions.
Okay.
Had the most of
So-
everybody. Yeah, I know.
All right.
What
So
honorable mention? Steve Curry because he hit that one shot that one time.
shut your
So
ass
he an
up.
honorable mention just
No,
so I can have
no.
more.
So my honorable mentions aren't in order. Really.
Okay, yeah, mine
So-
weren't either.
Gary Payton,
Okay.
of course, the glove. Russell Westbrook,
Yeah, you got to. Yeah.
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 Mr. Triple
Yeah,
Double.
Mr.
He's
Triple
now
Double.
Mr. Triple
Yeah.
Double.
I like you.
Here's the only
You
thing.
give any other MVP if you give Russell Westbrook 2 championships or a ring, you give him
Yeah.
1 or 2 rings, he jumps on some people's top 5.
Yeah, but this
He
is
does.
my problem with Russell Westbrook. Without Kevin Durant, I could be wrong, but I think he's only won 1 or 2 playoff series.
No,
without KD.
He hasn't made it out of the first round without Kevin Durant.
Okay, he has not made it out of the first round with Kevin Durant. That's why I say no about even on the honorable mentions, because he ain't even made it out of the first round
you gotta
without
think
KD.
people go stats accolades to make you a great player. You know what I mean? Like what we do, what we just did with,
Yeah.
what we just did with
Yeah.
Steve Nash. Like Steve Nash impacted the game, but
Yeah.
when you look into his
Never
stats,
made
and
the
accolades,
finals.
He makes an impact. He makes an impact.
Mhm.
Like, that's the only reason
Russell
why.
Westbrook did
But-
change it. Like he helped. Like he changed culture of the point guard position a little bit.
All right. Oscar Robertson.
Okay.
Of course, the big O, the first ever Mr. Triple Double.
Right. If you got Russell Westbrook, you gotta have Oscar Robertson.
Yeah. Now, well, not number 7, but not Kevin. Jason Kidd.
Yeah, that's my honorable
Was-
mention. You
was
got
a
it.
little-
Jason Kidd was a bro.
was
He
a
was
dog.
good. No, I can't fault you with Jason Kidd.
Another big point guard that could pass.
Yeah. If in Dallas, if that what was the girl name that all three of the guys fought over? Jason Kidd.
That was a myth, but
That was a
I
myth.
know what you're talking about.
But
There's a
if
girl from
that
Destiny's Child.
wasn't the myth and that never happened, Dallas might have won another championship before.
You can argue that. You can argue that.
That's
maybe.
You can argue that. Not saying they will 100%, but you can
I'm
argue
saying,
it.
that's why I said could. And then, damn, my phone fucking turned off.
Everybody phone does that, bro.
And then, honorable mention, Steve Nash. Of course.
Not top 5.
Yes.
No, I'm with you.
you.
I'm with you.
Honorable mention. Number 5, I have Chris Paul. Of
Okay.
course.
So you had him at 4, and all of us had him at 5.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So around the same.
I
At
think
4,
I had him at 5 because no rings. That's it, and no MVPs.
Yeah.
not
But
just
go ahead.
that bad time in the playoffs, he did choke at that time.
Yeah, he
But he also gets hurt
he's
a lot.
not. He's not
Yeah.
the best in playoffs.
Yeah.
He's an amazing point guard. Just he don't. Yeah. He gets him there. He gets him there. He gets
Yeah,
shitty
he gets him
teams.
there.
He
He
gets
gets
shitty
him there.
teams there. But then he's like,
But-
I'm an old ass man. Y'all got to push. And no, he don't got. He never had really the teammates to do that. Blake, he had athletes. He's played with athletes. That's it.
Yeah.
But we saw how
you're
bad Blake Griffin has been without his athleticism. Now he's magically got it back. We'll talk about that
And
later.
also think about
But,
all
you know
the
what I
point
mean?
guards that we just listed. When they won a champion, all the ones that have won a championship, they've had a pure scorer on their team.
or just
this
a great
is the
or
first
just
time
an
they
all-star.
or they were the pure scorer.
Right.
Yeah, and they just had another
But
all-star with him.
Yeah, this is the first year Chris Paul's had somebody that he could get the ball to that's just gonna get a bucket.
Technically,
Blake
too.
Griffin-
Technically, James Harden.
But that offense system was terrible. James Harden said he didn't play offense when he didn't get the ball. He would stand at half court. That's literally being reported.
No,
He
and
would
also,
not play. He would
Chris
refuse
Paul-
to play
Chris
offense
Paul-
if he didn't get the ball.
Chris Paul finally got another athletics big man on that team. He had Clint Capella, who was really good with like that. They did pick and roll, stuff like that. Clint Capella was balling one. Now Clint Capella's kind of fell off a little bit with Atlanta because it's not the offense for him.
But go ahead.
Number 4, Steph Curry.
At
4?
Yeah,
I want to hear who over him then. What he did
Y'all
for this game.
y'all gonna be mad at 2. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, number 3, Bad Boys.
Okay.
Isaiah Thomas.
I don't got him over Curry
Because-
but he's top 5.
The only reason why I have him over Curry is because of not just because he changed the game, but if you watch like the games and everything, what he did the first time they went to the finals on a fucking bad ankle.
Curry has 2 bad ankles.
But I think what else hurts Curry.
That's what he does.
I know what else. I think what else hurts Curry in my mind too. 73-9, no ring. You
Yeah.
go get the best player or the top 2 player in the NBA.
But that wasn't
to
him.
win a
That's
chip.
not his decision. That's how I look at it. No. Thing is, he won a chip without him. This is what-
Right, but he
you
didn't win
take-
finals
you-
MVP.
No. You take Curry off that Warriors team, they do not make it to the finals. They probably don't even make it to the playoffs.
Without KD or with KD?
No, I'm talking about without KD.
Okay.
The team that he
No,
won
I'm
the
with you. I'm with
championship
you.
with.
But he didn't win the
That's what I'm
finals
saying.
MVP either, and I
Right,
hold
but
high finals
okay,
MVP
but
high.
he averaged the most points in like he
Right.
was
No,
he was the
I'm
best
with
player. He just didn't guard LeBron. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Like
Go ahead.
that's why Iguodala got it.
So number 2, John Stockton. Yes.
He's not over Curry or Isaiah Thomas, and I'm gonna lie.
But that's
Or
y'all
Oscar
was
Robertson,
yelling at me.
or Oscar Robertson, or
Y'all was
hold
yelling
on,
at
hold
me.
Hold on.
it's better than Steve Nash. but it is
But-
bad though. You put him at 2 though.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
but
I
the
had
reason
Nash
why
at
I put
5,
him
y'all
at
was yelling
2
at me. He had me
is
at 2.
because fuck you. But the only reason why I have him at 2 is not just because of how
No,
he.
John Stockton
About
at
to
2.
turn on.
Second, he's better than
Right.
Curry, Isaiah Thomas, Oscar Robertson, Gary
Like, he has the
Payton.
most assists of all time, but I mean, come on. Like, is he really that great?
I mean, he's great.
Yes,
He's not second best point guard to ever play the game. Great.
but number 1 I have of course Magic.
So everybody has Magic number 1, which is interesting to me.
Yeah.
He had it. Yeah, he
Yeah,
had Magic
yeah.
number
I was thinking. I was like, yeah, he did.
1. Yeah.
And
Everybody
again,
has
like I said, if
Magic
you
number
didn't have my number 1 and number 1 or at least 2, I was gonna be pissed.
But it's easy because Magic is the greatest point guard of all time.
Yeah.
Because how he revolutionized the game of basketball. So it's not hard with that shit.
Anyway, you know a guy that if he gets jewelry, he's easily jumping to my top 5 and he might go over Curry.
Ben Simmons.
Now, Damian Lillard.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
that I
Yes.
don't see him getting a ring.
No,
Unless he
He
leaves
literally, I
Portland.
don't know if you guys saw this, but Damian Lillard literally said, my biggest problem is my loyalty. That's what he said. He's so, he said that's been his biggest problem his whole entire life. He's went through, he said, heartbreak and stuff like that because of his loyalty. And now, that's the reason why he's not ring chasing and the reason why everybody's not putting him as a top 5 point guard of all time, which he has the talent. He plays,
He's
he drops 60 like it's nothing. to be is his loyalty. I mean, same
To
thing.
me,
You
he's
argue Bradley
if
Beal.
you go-
Bradley Beal, loyalty is what hurts him as well. Bradley Beal could be an amazing piece to a Clippers. He can go to Dallas, and that's a championship contender. He can go to the Nuggets, and they can stop, praying that Gary Harris becomes Bradley Beal, and they actually have him. Like players like that, loyalty is what hurts them.
Well, he's no longer in.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like Gary Harris was supposed to be a knockdown. He's supposed to be a JJ Redick for them, and he just never got it.
The thing is, with Dame, if you put your top 10 point guards in the league, he's easily top 5.
No, to me, Dame is like. I mean, okay, I know Kyrie is balling now. He's top 3.
Easily top 5.
He's top 3 for me. I got since Curry is alright this year, but this year alone you got Kyrie, Dame, and I mean you can argue Curry, but you got like
Ben Simmons.
And Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons balling too. So you got he's top 5, top 3 definitely. Like he's a major point guard, but it's his jewelry and his loyalty that messes him up.
But see, I don't know. Yeah, because there's no way. I don't think he wins a ring.
Unless
no way.
See you put CJ McCollum and Dame, you get them on LeBron, you get them in Giannis, you get them in Kevin Durant, they're winning a ring.
Yeah, but
but
the
they
only
need
way
that
I
extra
see Portland,
piece.
right? The only way I see Portland winning a ring is if Bronny Jr. comes in and is turns into the greatest player to ever step foot on the court, and he goes to Portland. You know what I'm saying? With the roster they have now, there's no chip coming to Portland.
This one thing I'm pissed at, bro. The Jazz. I'm pissed at the Jazz. They're doing great, but we all know Jazz is not winning a ring this year. And guess what they're doing? They're not gonna win the ring next year, or the year after that. They don't got the pieces to win championships. They don't. So for them to be the number 1 team, say they go into the playoffs with number 1 seed, man, you gonna get the 28th pick in the draft. You're not. I know. We've seen some crazy, guys who have went late. Like Kuzma went 2nd round and became a solid player.
He was a first round.
Oh yeah. But I think he went 28 or something.
He was like 27.
Yeah.
That's late.
I'm saying, he went late. I'm just
saying,
saying,
but there is still a difference.
He said he went 28th. Nah, he went 27.
No, I'm just saying, they can get a solid piece there, but they're not getting a Kay Cunningham. You're not getting a Zion. You're not getting a LeBron. You're not getting nothing that late.
But still, there are those guys who fall. Right. You never know, because Manu went 2nd round. Tony Parker was 2nd round.
But once again, you think Manu Ginobili is win a championship by himself?
No.
Right. Or
but
Manu
Ginobili. He's a solid piece on the team.
Or Manu Ginobili
That's what I'm talking about.
But I'm saying you put Manu Ginobili on the Portland team. You put Manu Ginobili his best time playing. I'm talking. He's the greatest he ever played. Right before he was bald. That Manu Ginobili, put him on the Portland team. They're still not gonna make. They're gonna be good.
I'm just saying,
you know what made Manu Ginobili great? Manu Ginobili didn't start a lot. He was the 6th man of those San Antonio.
He was your JJ. He's what JJ Redick is now. JJ Redick. Cause think about JJ Redick and Jamal Crawford.
Lou Williams.
Yeah, and Lou Williams. You remember Jamal Crawford and JJ Redick both used to switch who started, and they both won 6 Man of the Years when they both were on that Clippers team. And to me, unselfish players. You gotta love unselfish players. That was Manu Ginobili. He'll come off the bench, still put up the same numbers he would if he was starting.
But yeah. I don't see a way unless they
get a strong, small forward. If they would have got Melo, if they would have got New York Melo, they got a chance.
The only way I got Dame winning a ring is if the rumor's true and he gets traded to LA, because there's supposedly LA's trying to get either Dame or Steph Curry. If they get Dame and the Lakers with LeBron and AD, then I can see Dame winning a ring. Yeah, that's it. Not in Portland.
Andre Drummond is a dog, bro.
Yeah, that's what I said. You gotta add.
No.
You ain't going to come out to see Andre Drummond.
No, I mean, yes, you would. If say LeBron was not on the Lakers and it was just Andre Drummond and AD, yes, he would. It would be them two back to back bad boys.
It'd be Dennis Schroeder and AD.
No,
100%.
No way.
I agree.
No, because Dennis Schroeder not even the best guard on the team. Tyler Horton-Tucker is the best guard on that whole entire team.
Yeah, but Dennis Schroeder is the one that when you see the graphics they fucking put up, it's Giannis versus Schroeder. That's what they put on the bottom of the ESPN games when they playing. Schroeder is the guy right now because LeBron and AD is hurt. It's not Andre Drummond.
Oh. No, I'm saying but
you gotta go. Call me on Discord. But anyways, I think I don't know. I like Andre. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Andre. He's just not a superstar because he's not a scorer. You have to be a scorer to be a superstar in the NBA.
Which I'm going. He's been getting buckets, but here's
the
thing.
Right.
How do you guys feel to me? It ruined legacies for me. The Brooklyn Nets have ruined certain players' legacies. I don't look at Kyrie the same. I know Kyrie's balling. He's doing hella good this year. He's dunking on people.
Now, Kyrie, I don't know. Kyrie's different.
But no, here's my thing. The Nets team is ruining his legacy. James Harden's legacy has got ruined in my eyes. So is Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's legacy got ruined for everybody's eyes, except for mine when he went to Golden State. Because I understood why he did it, but at the same time, I didn't like it, but I understood. I mean, and then I also hate how people compare.
That's a guaranteed ring,
I like me. I was pissed when people when they compared LeBron going to the Heat was the same as him was KD going to Golden State. To me, it was nowhere near the same thing. It wasn't.
It definitely was.
I mean, you could argue he knew he was going to win a ring. No, he knew he was going to be on a good ass team. He wasn't going to the best team in the NBA. He was going to.
If LeBron went to Boston,
teaming up with great players.
Yeah, if LeBron would have went to Boston, that would have been like
hold on, or San Antonio, or Oklahoma City. If he didn't went to any of them teams, we'd have been like, bro, what the fuck, like.
Yeah.
But anyway, so like,
here's what especially I heard KD's legacy with going to Golden State. Not just you went to the greatest, the best team
of all time, arguably, because it was the best record wise.
Yeah.
And thinking they weren't even doing shit in the regular season. They were just beating ass. Like, I'm pretty sure Curry hurt one of his ankles that year, and they still. I think those were like they lost like 4 to 9 games because Curry was hurt. So imagine if Curry didn't get hurt, what the record probably would have been.
Yeah.
But I think it's different with KD and Kyrie because they went to Brooklyn first. They teamed up to go to Brooklyn, and then James came later, LaMarcus came later, Blake came later.
No. I'm saying.
So I don't think it hurts their legacy.
To me, it does because like, bro, look to me, players are liars. These players I'm saying like
I don't want to join LeBron. I want to beat him. I don't want to be a super team.
No, did y'all not see KD's tweet last season? So what? Everybody want to go to the Lakers? He tweeted that out, and now look at this season. What, everybody want to go to the Nets, but also I remember on the podcast you said LaMarcus Aldridge, he's not really going to be that big of a piece. He just dropped 22 points and like 12 rebounds.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing that at San Antonio the last couple games. He was playing pretty bad. That's why they set him out because they wanted to go with youth. They picked up Trey Jones and Luka Samanic from the G League, from Austin Spurs. They pulled him up and they went they went young. They went really young, and I like watching young players play. But and they just same thing with Drummond. They put him on the back burner. Same thing with Blake Griffin. You're not gonna play. We're gonna buy you out. Then Blake Griffin's dunking on people. He's catching lobs. He's getting the ball isoing up, running to the paint, dunking it. You got 22 points amongst Aldridge. I don't know the last time we've ever seen him drop 20 plus. He's doing it again. So it's like this shit's crazy. Like to me, that ruins legacy is that these players, in my opinion, lied their way out of bad teams to compete for a ring.
I don't think LaMarcus lied.
Well, I mean, yeah, but no, like, bro, he was not
but when you're 36.
I don't got
when you're 36, 37.
They were on the chair.
Okay. When you're 36, 37 years old, and you have a DeJounte Murray, you got Devin Vassell, you got Devin White, you got
DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan. He wasn't the primary scorer, so I don't think LaMarcus lied. Now, I didn't want him. I think it was fucked up that he went to Brooklyn, but I don't think he was the line. But yes, definitely.
No, I'm saying what's crazy though, because I'm not saying he lied, but like nobody. It's just crazy how he went from missing a lot of shots, not like everybody say he's not 3-point shooter. Yes, he is. Like bro, he's looking great like that. And that is crazy to say that, but also the youth. To me, the scary thing is the youth on the Nets, especially Dinwiddie has. He like if he stays healthy. He has a lot of basketball coming.
Yeah, but
you got
Spencer Dinwiddie's contract's up at the end of the year, and
right.
there is 0% chance they can re-sign him because all the money they got right now.
Unless he's a Juju Smith.
Spencer Dinwiddie knows that he can go and get some money. If you know, like, okay, I can go to
unless you're a Juju Smith-Schuster, who knew he could have went and got money,
right?
But he wanted to play for that team, wanted to keep competing for that team, so he stayed.
But there's a difference. Now, it's different if Juju Smith-Schuster was a backup receiver and then knew he could go get money and be a starter somewhere else. Because Spencer Dinwiddie takes a big contract from like the Knicks or like the Pistons, go back to Detroit, or like I don't know.
He can't
just
get,
off the top of my head.
He could be a starting point guard at the Lakers. He could be a starting point guard with the Clippers. He could be a starting point guard on the Dallas.
And he knows he
can
be
a starting point guard on great teams as well.
He can go get $20+ million a year and get to start every game. That's gonna be different.
And compete.
And compete.
Like I can see him going to a Utah.
He can go to
really
Miami.
Around.
He can go to Miami and be the starting point guard in Miami.
Yeah, like here's my thing. Oladipo was playing.
Milwaukee.
Did you guys watch the Lakers Heat game last night?
No.
It was a great game. The Lakers were surprisingly giving buckets to the Heat, but he wound up winning. And Oladipo got posterized with ball out, but he got hurt again. Oladipo, it was so weird because he was he traveled a little bit when he went to dunk two-handed. He did a little stutter step, then he went up dunk, then landed on nothing. He came down perfect. Then he held his knee and he limped off the court. Another knee injury. So I'm praying that's nothing serious because he was balling. And that piece for Miami, scary. Not gonna be Brooklyn.
No.
Not gonna be 76ers.
No.
I don't think they'll even beat the Bucks. I'll be honest.
I don't know about the Bucks.
No, the Bucks is building. The Bucks is building.
Giannis
And the Bucks got money.
Giannis can't play in the playoffs though.
But that's the thing. You get guys
They
who
can
can't.
shut,
Peter
they
Tucker
shut
can't.
his ass down in the playoffs.
Peter Tucker can't play in the playoffs.
I guess, yeah, but is PJ Tucker gonna give you 25?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about 25, but he'll give you 15.
Okay. But yeah,
That's 5 corner threes.
I'm not sold.
In a row.
I'm not sold on Giannis in the playoffs because his game doesn't translate to the playoffs because you can run zone, you can run trap, you could bring a double team on the drive. It's a lot different in the playoffs. So when Giannis can develop a consistent, not he don't gotta shoot 40%.
To me, it don't even got to be 3-pointer. If he can shoot me, because I mean Jordan was straight
but
when Jordan developed that mid-range shot,
but
and his mid-range section with
Kobe.
Kobe was a slasher.
I agree,
Then,
but
then,
Kobe,
then he starts shooting that bitch.
Coaches are teaching these players that the long two is the worst shot in basketball. Mm-hmm. That's down to the ruling. So he's got to develop a 3-pointer because no coach is going to allow him to take a long two. Because if you
I'm talking like Ben Simmons. You see what Ben Simmons does? When he can't drive, he'll go. He'll get that point guard in that free throw line area and straight just move him out the way, shoot that fade me, nothing but net. Like that's why I love Ben. Ben Simmons is one of my favorite players in the league.
Yeah, I like Ben Simmons, but
like,
I don't
think
same
thing with Lonzo.
I agree with
Lonzo's
Miami.
the best three-point shooter in the league.
I agree with. I don't think Miami can beat Philly or Brooklyn, but I think they got a shot against Milwaukee. I do. I honestly think they got a shot.
That's the thing, but the thing is, they got a shot.
Because Miami defense, they can run a zone and they got speed and trap. Yeah, I think they could be more.
Nah, but I ain't gonna not no more because Tyler Hero has been completely slowed down. Dragic is completely slowed down. They only got Butler and Bam Adebayo, and
Bam's
neither
guard Giannis.
Yeah,
but then that's leaving
it's gonna be tough.
But now, if you run a 2-3, then you can shut Giannis down. A 2-3 zone can shut Giannis down.
But do you not know what? But they can't shut the Bucks down no more. What's weak in a 2-3? The corners.
Yeah.
Who you leaving? Peter Tucker. You're leaving Dante DiVincenzo. You leaving Drew Holiday.
You're leaving Brook Lopez.
You're looking. Brook Lopez is a very consistent shooter.
De'Aaron said call him whenever.
All right, like you got some great shooters around him now.
Yeah, I agree.
As a team, they're a great shooting. They're a solid shooting team.
I mean, Miami beat them last year. They took Giannis completely out of the series.
But they didn't have Drew Holiday. They had. I'm pretty last year with Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah,
who's not a shooter at all.
It was Eric Bledsoe, DiVincenzo, Middleton, Giannis, and
Brook Lopez.
Yeah.
Which everybody balled out in that. Like I'm sorry, everybody was shooting well except for, but it was two players who really couldn't shoot at all. So they took out Eric Bledsoe and they took out Giannis.
When you take out Giannis, you're losing 40 points. So you got to have the supporting
cast
to make up for that.
He was still dropping 30-something. He was still getting buckets. It was just his supporting cast wasn't shooting consistently. Like,
okay.
Like it wasn't as consistent as they are now. Now they know like that's all we got to do. We got it. All of us got knocking our shots. We can win series. So what they doing? But my thing is like, I think one of my favorite things, and I think it's a gut punch. Every organization, every GM, you're like, fuck, like we got to do it. It's when you pull Chicago. I mean, you pull Orlando. You trade away your best players, but you keep your youth. You keep your Jonathan Isaacs, who 2K thinks is going to be one of the best players ever.
Bubba.
And then you keep Mo, you keep Markelle Fultz. You trade for R.J. Hampton. You keep so you have a lot of youth now, and then you just rebuild. I like that. Chicago did that. Now look at Chicago. They got Zach. They got Vucevic. They got they got some solid pieces, and they're young too. They're young, and they got the all-star potential to make a solid push in the East. They do. I can see them basically. I look at them how I looked at Miami last year. Like they're solid. They can upset some teams, but they're not my finals favorite. But they can upset some teams. That's how I'm looking at Chicago, but the Stars got there a little late because now we're so far in the season and that team's not too good.
Yeah, I still feel like
I like what Orlando's doing.
I still feel like if you're 5 through 10 in any conference, you're in the worst position as an organization. Yeah. So
unless you're Utah, like to me, like in this NBA, if you're not a super team and you're playing good, you're in the worst spot. You are, because Utah's like I said it last year. Utah's in the worst spot because they're a 100% playoff team, but they're not championship contender. And that's hard for some people to swallow. Like that don't make sense. Like how are they a playoff team? Like Utah like a casual that
you can always make the playoffs.
They're going to make the playoffs every single year for the next 20 years, but they're never going to win a championship. Wait, how? They have 20 chances. It's because of the spot they're in. Like you're telling me like that was the worst thing I ever saw. For for Utah, this is the worst thing they could possibly do. Unless they fucking trade Donovan Mitchell for the number 1 pick. Which they're not going to do that. Because your number 1 seed, you're going to... It depends because the Clippers could be the 7th seed. The Lakers without LeBron and AD right now could be the 7th seed. They're losing first round or unless they're 8th seed. So say they go their 2nd seed, they can lose first round. As a 2nd seed, they can lose a 7th. I can see Dallas being the 7th or 8th seed and beating them. It's just, I mean, I think I got Dallas over them 100%. But it's just like, it's tough because like, bro, like they're playing so good. Then they're gonna lose early, in my opinion. Then they're not gonna get a top player. They're not gonna get Jalen Suggs to help. They're not gonna get Cade Cunningham. They're not gonna get Jalen Green. They're not gonna get Jonathan Kuminga. They're not gonna get some of these top players. Not even Luka Garza can help them out.
All right.
A scoring big next to Rudy Gobert. It's gonna be tough for them.
If the NBA playoffs started now, you're saying the Jazz will lose to the Grizzlies.
No, I can see the Jazz beat the Grizzlies. But who they play next round? Because they're number 1 right now, so they play the 3. Wait, no, they'll play 4 for 5.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
Nuggets or Lakers?
Yeah, they're losing that. They'll lose the Nuggets or the Lakers, which we know the Lakers are probably going to win, so they're going to lose to the Lakers. Or I see them lose the Nuggets too. That's tough. Even though that was a great battle last year, Jazz and Nuggets.
First round matchup. LeBron coming back from an injury, you got to take Denver in the first round. That's not an ideal first round matchup for me.
But
so what they got?
What,
the Clippers are 6?
The Clippers are 3rd.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they'll play Dallas, right?
No.
Dallas 6.
Wait, no, they'll play the Trailblazers.
Oh yeah, I forgot Dallas. Yeah, Dallas is 7. So Dallas will play the Suns. So I ain't like. It just depends how either of them can win it to me. That's a game 7 series. Cause Luka,
I find it crazy how Dallas is middle of the road team, but everybody always picks them to upset in the first round. That's crazy to me.
Not because they're good. They're good as shit.
But it's like, why are they 7?
But it's just like
you're in a
Luka.
tough ass conference.
Yeah, they're in a tough. Yeah, they're in one. They have the future best player in the NBA on their team.
But like you just said, you would take Dallas's roster over Utah or Phoenix, and they're the top 2 teams. It's just crazy.
No, it's just they're like, bro. To me, it's same thing. Like,
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it's crazy.
Wait, go to these.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
So
Dallas real quick.
has won 29 games.
No, I want to see this real quick. So you telling me
they'll be number 4 in the fucking East.
So do you got the Celtics beating the Bucks in the playoffs?
Celtics and the Bucks. No, I got the Bucks over it.
Okay, you got the Heat
playing terrible right now.
You got the Heat.
Yeah.
Beating them? Okay. What? So I'm thinking. So the playoff teams. So you got Nets, Sixers, Bucks, Hornets, Hawks, Heat, Celtics, Knicks.
Here, we'll go like this. Oh shit! What'd I do? We still live?
Oh, you gotta click go live. Click that. Hopefully.
I hit this.
Yeah. That's okay. Yeah.
We're good. All right. I'm just gonna put it up here. That way we can all see it at the same time.
Yeah.
All right. So if
that.
we're looking at the first round All right.
Yo,
Yeah.
all right.
Sorry
Our
about
fault.
that.
Yeah. So basically, all we're saying is that. So we were talking about the matchups, who we think will win if the playoffs are right now. So we got Brooklyn beating New York. We got Philadelphia beating Boston. We got Milwaukee. Since this is the first round, will beat Miami. But I think if they meet later, that Miami will have a lot better chance. And if Charlotte is fully healthy with LaMelo, they will beat Atlanta. Is what we're going. And what we're talking about is that Austin made a point saying that he believes that
because look,
that
let me see if I
LaMelo
can look at this.
that Charlotte LaMelo on Charlotte will not.
Is it EA?
Win a championship. So, and I disagree because I like Jordan goes for the hype. So I know Charlotte isn't
already on the Charlotte draft picks.
Oh no, I was just looking it up as when Michael Jordan took over. No results.
Hold on, let me see it. So wait. Just look up when did Michael Jordan become GM?
Okay. 2010.
Okay. So that was. So he did the Kemba Walker pick, hype.
Okay.
Tobias Harris,
Good.
hype. He had hype around. Like Tobias Harris had a little hype to him.
I thought Tobias Harris went to Orlando immediately.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did get traded.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that counted as a pick. Wait, let me see.
He went to Milwaukee and then they traded him to.
Yeah.
Okay, but he didn't play. He never suited up for Charlotte.
So I'm saying he goes for hype. I'm not saying great pick, but he goes for whoever got the hype around him. Kemba Walker was really hyped.
Because I know. Then he take Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, bust.
Yeah. Who was number 2 pick? But how much hype did Michael Kidd-Gilchrist have?
He had a lot.
They're talking. He's going to be one of the greatest players.
But they should have known when a motherfucker shot the ball like this that he was not good.
And also Noah Vonleh had
Nobody.
What?
Noah Vonleh was
no, but I'm saying coming out of Indiana, great shot blocker. Great big man. He wasn't looked at as a Luka Garza, but he was looked at as like a Mo Bamba type of player. Even though he wasn't as tall, he was that solid player. And then he picked.
But now he's out of the league.
Yeah, Shabazz Napier got traded to Miami, but that was technically their pick.
And that wasn't really the greatest pick.
And also here's another pick who was very hyped. That Frank Kaminsky out of Wisconsin.
Yeah,
he was hyped like a motherfucker, especially after beating.
He turned out to be
Kentucky.
Yeah, after beating Kentucky, he turned out to be he's decent. He's not amazing.
Yeah,
he's not ass. Like we've seen worse. We've seen better.
I got you. He's still in the league.
But to be 9th pick, he's ass.
And I don't think
you know what I mean.
Right, but he doesn't play for Charlotte anymore. All these players that you're named.
Frank Kaminsky, he's still. Wait,
is he?
I think he was last season. I think he was last season. Which is last year.
Frank Kaminsky.
Phoenix. Yep, he was on Charlotte last year, though. I believe he was still on Charlotte last year. So, hold on, wait. I think I scrolled. I think I hit a button on yours. Yeah, I think I clicked something while I was looking away.
No, he didn't play for Charlotte since 2018. He's been on Phoenix the last 2 years.
Okay, yeah. And then
But every single player you've named is no longer in Charlotte.
Right. Okay, so. Here's another thing. Okay, so what was the last one I named?
Kaminsky.
Kaminsky.
Okay, so Malachi Richardson, that don't really count because they traded that pick. Malachi Richardson was supposed to be a solid wing. He hasn't really turned out to be much, but I still watch him. Okay, so Malik Monk, super hyped. He was super hyped, and they got. And the thing is, everybody was saying this is the biggest steal of the draft. They got him at 11. I don't know when I saw De'Aaron. I think De'Aaron Fox went 5th, because that was Lonzo's draft. So so number 1 was Markelle. Which number 2 was Lonzo.
Yeah.
Number 3 was
Jason
Tatum. And then I remember De'Aaron Fox was 5. So when he went there, I was expecting Malik Monk. I was expecting Malik Monk to go 6, 7-ish. Then when he dropped all the way to 11, I thought that was a huge steal, and he had a lot of hype behind him. That Kentucky team was really good.
Yeah, but he
ended up getting suspended for a year.
Yeah, I mean he's a solid piece on this playoff contending team.
Yeah,
we could argue that. So he's a solid player. Had a lot of hype around him. Then Shai Gilgeous-Alexander technically was drafted by them, but he got traded to the Clippers the same night. And then P.J. Washington, I ain't gonna lie, he's a great player. He's a really good player.
Listen to what it's saying though. What you're saying right now, every player that he's traded has been turned out to a good player. You imagine if Shai was still there, and if Tobias Harris, they didn't trade him away.
They did.
No, I'm saying, imagine if they didn't.
Okay. They didn't trade away Kimba.
Well, no,
Kimba So like basically, if they still had
Tobias
Harris,
Kemba Walker.
Not Kemba
I
Walker.
can understand Tobias Harris because Tobias Harris kind of floated around the league a little bit, but imagine if Shai was still in Charlotte.
Yeah, no, it'd been.
How much better would they be?
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? And they drafted him.
No, but also, here's my thing. Here's my thing right here.
All that money to Terry Rozier.
Yeah.
Right, but okay. Here's my thing. PJ Washington turned out to be. I ain't gonna lie. He's a starting big man for the team. I like his game a lot. He's a bad amount of body. He's a solid. PJ Washington, number 25, the power forward.
Yeah.
He's a really.
I didn't hear you say that.
He remember he played with Tyler Hero.
Yeah,
So to me, he's a great player. He's a great player on the team. You put him on any other contending team, he's gonna make some noise.
Yeah, he's a role player. Though.
Yeah, but he's a starter. I'm saying
right, but I'm saying
if you put him on,
a starter's still a role player to me unless you're
a star player.
He's not an all-star.
Right.
Yeah, he's not an all-star player.
Yeah. But I think he got potential to be. And then I ain't like one of the biggest steals in the draft 2019 with Jalen McDaniels. His brother is just got drafted to the Minnesota Timberwolves, Jaden McDaniels. But yeah, he's turned out to when he's got his chance, he's like a 6'10" small forward. So when he's got his chance, he's been solid. And then they got both Martin brothers, Caleb and Cody Martin, the twins, which they're both knockdown shooters. And then this draft, one of the biggest hype players in LaMelo Ball, my dad's favorite player coming out of college, Vernon Carey, big man. He's gonna be solid. They also got Nick Richards, who was the SEC Player of the Year, big man for Kentucky. And then Grant Riley, I haven't seen much of him, but he came from college of Charlotte.
Like since
he drafted straight hype. That's all. That's
and none of them panned out except LaMelo so far.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call De'Aaron.
But so far, he's picked hyped players that have not panned out except LaMelo.
Which is tough, but a lot of organizations like players who don't go with hype, who chose players like me personally, I was pissed when I thought Lonzo should have won number one. Imagine if Lonzo was in Philadelphia right now with Ben Simmons, that team would be scary, especially since Lonzo is shooting the way he's shooting this year. Made 8 threes in the game, bro. He's playing like amazing. So his name is.
But yeah, like I don't. And then also the money that he's giving out. You gave $100 million to Gordon Hayward, who came off a broken leg and did nothing in Boston his last year, or broken ankle, did nothing in Boston last year. You gave that man $120 million. You gave Terry Rozier from Boston, who was a backup point guard. He had a good playoff run, but what did he do before the playoffs? Really, not much. You gave him $100 million.
Here's my thing on the Gordon Hayward thing though. The reason why they gave turn it down a little bit. The reason why they gave Gordon Hayward so much is because of the simple fact that a lot of other teams had so much interest that he wanted him really, really bad.
Why?
Because he was an all-star at one point. Gordon Hayward's a great player.
He's a good player, but he's not the same player that he was.
Okay, right, but here's the thing: he's gonna give you buckets. Like he's gonna get on there. And also, you put him around LaMelo Ball. Like you put him around LaMelo Ball, he's perfect. He's gonna spot up. He's gonna knock down threes. Like
what did he average? I want to see what he averaged the last year in Boston. 17.5 coming off the bench. That's $100 million, bro.
No, but 17 have come off the bench. That's amazing.
For $100 million?
I'm saying right. No,
that's not $100 million worth of money though.
But okay, here's my thing. $17 off the. I mean, $17. 17 points off the bench. That means you put you in the starter, you're gonna score more. So, but the thing is, you know how many teams were interested. Right, but he's a 20 point per game scorer. That to me that's $100 million worth. Don't look at who it is. 20 points per game is $100 million.
I agree. At 20 points per game, I'll give that $100 million. But
yeah, I mean,
look at his 3 years in Boston.
Yeah, I mean, to look at this.
Now you can't count the first year because he broke.
Yeah, I'm saying to look at this, you like
and then 11 and a half, and then 17.5 coming off the bench.
He was hyped.
Or no, he was a starter. Never mind.
Yeah, like he was hyped to be a great he was hyped because so many players. I mean, so many teams wanted him. I put the Clippers offered him a cool amount of money. They had to settle with Nicholas Batum, who left Charlotte. A lot of teams offered him a ton of money, and Jordan wanted him really bad. And him with LaMelo.
Why? I like Gordon Hayward, but I would have not gave him $120 million.
So hold on, wait. Who was all the wing? I think my opinion, he was probably the best wing free agent last season.
Who?
Gordon Hayward.
Gordon Hayward? Probably.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was.
Who else was out there?
Look at all the free agents, not the ones who we obviously knew were going to sign back.
Yeah.
Look up the straight free agents.
Yeah, I think he was probably.
I think he was the best wing free agent.
I'm trying to rack to see what other wings left teams.
What, last year?
Yeah. Look up 2020 free agents.
That's a good question.
I think he was the best available, and he is a great. To me,
and he's hurt.
Great. Yeah, he's a great wing, bro.
I think Gordon Hayward is a really good piece that could win a championship, but
Yes.
I would never give Gordon Hayward $100 million.
Okay, I understand, but here's my thing. So in my head, if I'm Michael Jordan, I know he's gonna give me 20 points per game. I know he has a really good chance. He has a better chance than a lot of other players need to give me 20 points per game, especially in this system that I got right now. He's gonna give me that. So and then you notice all the other interests. So you telling me a team like the Clippers were gonna pay him close to that. There was a lot of teams who were going to pay him. I don't know about close to that, but teams are going to pay him a lot of money.
He's only averaged 20
You
points
want me to go forward?
in his career.
Go guard? What do y'all
Forward.
Guard.
Just go forward.
Yeah,
because he's a small forward. Go forward.
I'm going to go like type wings.
Well, no, he's a small forward. That's a forward. Go forward.
Yeah.
Small forward.
So forwards, you got Carmelo, you got Justin Anderson.
He's over
Yeah,
Carmelo.
I get that.
Yeah.
Better.
Kostas.
Kostas.
Yeah,
No,
Better.
Kostas.
Antetokounmpo.
Oh,
You got Dwayne Bacon. You got
Better.
it's counting Aaron Baines. That's not really.
Ken
Michael
Bazemore.
Beasley. No.
And he's better than Michael Beasley.
Bembry from Atlanta.
Dragon
Better than
Bender.
Curry.
Yeah, Bender. Brute.
Better.
Bowen the second.
Corey
Better.
Brewer.
Bruce
Corey
Bowen?
Brewer.
Or not
No,
Bruce
no,
Bowen.
No. He's a G League player that played for the Indiana.
Okay.
Yeah. Corey Brewer.
I'm thinking of Bruce
Sterling Brown. Bruce Blanco, Damari Carroll, Vince Carter, Wilson Chandler, Gary Clark, Alan Crabb, Torrey Craig, Jay Crowder.
I get Jay Crowder. I would sign Jay Crowder before.
I definitely would, because Jay
I
Crowder.
wouldn't give Jay Crowder $100 million, but
Right.
I wouldn't give Gordon Hayward $100
To me, but who would you? If you had to give one of them $100 million, I would give it to.
DeMar
I would give it to.
DeRozan.
Yeah, I would give it to Gordon if I had to. But
DeMar DeRozan
it's
was
crazy
100%
to me,
signed
man.
back. We
Like,
knew that. Everybody knew DeMar
Yeah.
DeRozan was 100% signing back, so you
gave
can't really
this
count
man
that.
$100 million, and then look at Terry Rozier. He gave him $100 million too, and
Yeah,
Terry didn't
yeah.
really.
To me-
what was his numbers to get 100?
It was a player performance. Is what got him 100.
Yeah, but still, like that's crazy. $100 million,
Yeah.
bro.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie.
Like imagine
it's crazy
in the free agency
it's crazy,
class that's
but you
coming
can
up.
see why. That's
Imagine
what I'm saying.
Kawhi's contract's about to come up.
So I got a question for you, Austin. Would you have gave that money to Kyle Korver over
No,
Gordon Hayward?
I would. I'm not giving.
He was the best wing available out of that free agency, and a lot of teams had interest. Michael Jordan wanted him back. Michael Jordan basically one of those guys that you see at the bidding who want something so bad that you just can keep raising the price on them, but they want that, they're gonna keep going up. So here's my thing: if nobody
got him trapped.
Yeah, if nobody would have offered Gordon Hayward, he probably could have got Gordon Hayward for I'm talking
Way less.
4 years for maybe.
But I guarantee,
something
except for Indiana, no other offer was for $100 million for Gordon Hayward. Because I know Indiana offered him 100 too.
Yeah, but I know 7 teams who offered him close to 80, 70, who was up there.
Right. Now I can see
like
that.
I said,
80,
Jordan,
70 is
and
around
Jordan
what I
wanted
thought.
him so. Like you
You
said,
give
he
him
got
4
trapped.
years for 80. What's that? What's 80 by 4? That's 20?
20. That's $20 million.
That's still a lot. Never mind. Damn, 20? I wouldn't pay him 20.
But to me, a player I know is going to give me 20
I
points
don't
per
know.
game.
At 20 points per game, yeah, I'd get, or 17 and a half, I'd give him 20.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give him 30.
But
That man's gave him 30.
Yeah, I know, but you got to justify. You got to think. So he get Terry Rozier a lot of money because a lot of teams were starting to look at Terry Rozier. So he wanted to get him out of there for teams to realize what was out there. And that's what I thought. That's how I justify
You
it.
also
Is
got to
that
think.
Terry Rozier know how to win games.
Hold on,
Terry
hold
Rozier
on.
wins games. He did that for that Boston team. They lost Kyrie. He stepped in. He did what a lot of people felt Kyrie couldn't.
You also
One
got to
series.
think about something else. They didn't just outright sign Gordon Hayward. It was a sign and trade.
Right.
So
Still, I wouldn't get him in.
That's a little bit. That's a little bit different than just
Who they
signing.
trade with?
Boston.
Boston,
Well,
yeah.
I'm saying, like, who they give to Boston?
Kemba.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd have kept Kemba. What?
No, but
Come.
Kemba, Deshaun Watson wants out. Kemba wanted out.
Okay.
Kemba wanted
No,
to
I'm
win.
with you, I'm
Kemba
with you,
wanted
I'm
to
with
win.
you, I'm with you. Yeah.
Kemba wanted to win championships.
with you,
Jordan
I'm with
understood that. Jordan let him go. How'd it go?
Nah, he wouldn't. He ain't gonna win in Boston, but I give.
But
him
he
some-
thought he would.
Yeah,
You got
yeah,
youth.
yeah.
You got amazing talent.
Are you sure? Yeah, because Kyrie was his point guard in Boston. That's crazy. Oh, man, I wouldn't have gave him 100. He gave him 120.
Yeah, 120 million. For
You know
4 years.
that Shaq got 120 to go to LA. So
Yeah.
you telling me Gordon Hayward's on the level of Shaquille O'Neal?
Nah, but
Money
money is
it was different. It was different back then.
Money is different now
back in the day.
No, but
In the 90s.
Here's my thing. Gordon Hayward's gonna give you 20 points a game. You know that. He's gonna change a program. He's gonna, to me, he's JJ Redick on crack. I'm saying, like, he's a mate. Like, I'm saying, like,
but this year his base salary is $28,500.
no, but still, to me, you take him off this Hornets team. I don't know. I don't know if they're fourth. They're not fourth.
I just want to see. I'm not.
He's averaging 20 points per game.
Is he?
Yes.
Okay.
Just said that.
And he did average 18 and 20, but he averaged 9 points per game, and you gave this man $100 million.
Hold on.
God damn! I can go in and average 9 points per game if I get 100.
So when we gonna get into some baseball?
Oh, we got De'Aaron turned down. That's why you turned the speakers all the way
my
down.
fault, De'Aaron.
Yeah, you got to turn it up. We just been
So
chatting.
when we gonna get into some baseball?
After we're done talking about basketball?
I'm ready to get into some baseball and yell at Austin for a little minute.
So,
17 points per game in the postseason is good, but that's not $100 million good.
He didn't give him $100 million.
For a guy,
no. 3-year, $56.7 million. So
Okay.
that's a
That's
a little
different.
better.
And I was wrong. My analysis was wrong. So what's that?
Do you not know?
15?
Look.
16?
His base because right now he's getting 18.9.
So shit,
Look.
I'll go out there and make 3 threes and make 18.
No,
and I'll take an $18 million contract.
No, look.
Don't get me wrong, I ain't mad at it.
No. I'm saying,
At
look,
first it's 19, then it goes 18, then it goes 17.
Now look, here's my thing. So it's front loaded, but
Yeah.
but here's my thing about it. You told me this guy he was averaging about 9 points per game during this regular season. One of the best point guards in the league gets hurt. You think, oh fuck, Boston's done. This man steps in from averaging single digits, comes in and gets 6 assists.
No, he had a good.
I'm saying, like, bro,
yeah.
That, like, to people, to me, I want that. He knows how to win games in the playoffs.
Not just
Look,
that, but the
look
fact
look at the breakdown though. I mean, look, it's solid.
You gotta add something else
Multiple
too, though.
20-point games, multiple rebounding and assist games. Like, he had a good stat line in the playoffs. Don't get me wrong. He had a great playoffs.
Yeah, I'm saying, and like,
But is it 8?
also
Look,
gotta-
look, would you give him $20 million?
no,
You can't just say
this is
just
why you got.
Kyrie though. You also got to think Gordon Hayward was out the entire
Right.
season. He got hurt the first game.
And Al Horford was still on that team, and I remember Al Horford didn't.
Yeah,
when
but
Al Horford injured,
Al
and-
No, he wasn't hurt.
I'm saying, I'm pretty
was-
sure.
he wasn't injured, but he was hurt a little bit.
Yeah, that's
Al
what I'm saying.
Horford's scared of rebounds.
No,
So, like, Al Horford.
But I'm saying,
doesn't-
Al Horford was one of the best players
I'm
on that team. You know?
I know, I'm
He
joking.
was
I'm
hitting
joking.
game-winning
I'm being
shots
an
and
ass.
shit.
But still, their starting lineup consisted of Terry Rozier, Jaylen Brown,
Jason Tatum,
who was
Tice, Daniel Tice, I believe.
Daniel
Yeah,
Tice, and
Al
then
Horford.
Al Horford. And
That's
they
a
made
good
it all the
starting
way to the
Eastern
Eastern
Conference
Conference Finals. And not just that.
That
Hold
year?
on. Not
That year,
yes. Not just
No,
that.
no,
But
that year,
also
yes.
brought LeBron to a game 7?
Yeah.
That year, yes.
What?
I agree.
No, hell
Look
no.
who they played, bro.
No.
They played Milwaukee before Giannis turned into MVP Milwaukee.
Wait,
This is before Giannis turned into...
no, it's not. Hold on.
Oh, it's,
Maybe I'm wrong.
no, it's
No,
not.
yeah, no,
I
no,
could be wrong.
no.
No,
That
it's
was
not.
that was great Giannis.
Okay, but is this great
was-
Chris Middleton?
It
This is pre-All-Star Chris Middleton.
It was still. I'm knocking out
I
every
know
single
that
wide
for
open
a
three.
fact.
I'm still knocking out every single wide open three. It was a shooting Chris Middleton. It was still 3-and-D Chris Middleton, but Chris Middleton just didn't get the number card that much.
Right,
but
it was,
you still were going
it was a
against.
role player.
No,
and
it
then
was
also,
still-
who do you have
No,
on
he was a
his
starter.
team?
He was a starter on
Who
his
was
team.
that 5 for Giannis, though?
Hold on, wait.
It was Bledsoe.
Nah, wait, hold on.
Because that was 2018.
Yes,
yeah.
2018.
I'm already on the, come on.
You had Mount. That was I first.
That was Brogdon. Yeah.
That was Rookie of the Year Brogdon.
Mhm.
That was Eric Bledsoe, Giannis. That Jabari Parker. That's when Gary Payton was all this shit.
So Middleton was a bench player.
And Thon Maker. That's when they got Thon Maker.
Yeah,
Remember, he was
Thon
one of the
Maker.
best players
so
ever.
this team, the Milwaukee team.
Oh, and they
is
had
not-
no Tyler Zeller was a starting center. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but Tyler Zeller was nobody.
He was decent. He was decent on
Yeah.
that team.
So this
And
is not the
Jason Terry,
This
Tony
is not the
Snell.
Milwaukee we know of. This is not the Milwaukee we know.
No,
of.
this is still a good ass team because that's when they had Greg Monroe.
A good team, but not a good ass team.
When they stacked up against this team, you got Milwaukee over them. That was the whole thing.
No, I didn't. I wouldn't have them up until they played Cleveland
Yeah.
with LeBron.
No, yeah, because you know that they won. Like,
No, I'm just saying, like, because I think Milwaukee had like the 3 seed or the 2 seed.
No, the starting lineup was Eric was Giannis, Eric Bledsoe, Malcolm Brogdon, Brook Lopez, and Chris
Look,
Middleton.
here's my thing. Here's my
Okay.
thing. This one, LeBron was the 4th seed. Okay, it was number 1 was the Raptors.
Yes.
Number 2 was the Celtics. So Celtics was actually good
2
because of
seed.
Kyrie.
Right.
But Kyrie
right.
got him there. So once Kyrie got hurt, nobody expected that.
You're losing Kyrie, yes, but you're still
3 was
got
76ers.
everybody else.
3 was 76ers. 4 was LeBron and the
Cleveland.
Cavs. Then 5 was the Pacers. 6 was the Heat.
So Milwaukee was a 7 seed.
Yeah, and then the Wizards were 8th. That was that year when every single one of the playoff teams would be better than the Celtics without Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
It
Who was number 1?
Raptors.
Okay.
That was a good ass Raptors team.
Yeah, that's when they got bounced by LeBron in the second round. They
Yeah.
got swept.
They got so yeah.
Yeah,
And then-
went from
Philly.
seven
This
to
is
swept.
this is Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, but this is Tobias was there.
No, bro. This is hold on. I gotta go back there. Hold on. They beat them 4-1. That's how bad they expected. And 76 beat the Heat 4-1, which he wasn't that good. But still, that 76 team got bounced 4-1 to this team. I would have that 76 team over them. Well,
Let's see, because I don't remember their whole starting 5. I know Tobias Harris, Joel.
I'm gonna name the players. Okay. So they had Joel Embiid. That's when Markelle Fultz. Or that's when they had Robert Covington, who was a solid pick for him. Cork Maz, Jahlil Okafor, Ben Simmons.
So Ben Simmons, Embiid.
It was Ben Simmons, Embiid.
Markelle Fultz was averaging like 11 points.
Robert Covington. And
I think Dario
Because
Saric.
Dario Saric.
They traded Fultz after this season.
And they still had JJ Redick.
Okay, but JJ, I mean, yeah, but
No,
JJ versus Jaylen Brown, I'm taking Jaylen Brown.
Oh no,
I'm just saying, this was a solid team.
I think I'm not tripping. This is when they
They
had
won-
Jimmy Butler too. Jimmy
Wait,
Butler was
no.
starting.
No, Jimmy
No.
Butler wasn't on this team.
No,
Are you sure?
No,
Yeah.
I don't see his name on here.
yeah, Jimmy Butler wasn't there. I think Jimmy Butler is still in Minnesota.
Yeah, cause I got number 23 was Ersan Ilova.
Ilyasova.
Yeah, Ilyasova. And number 22 was Rashard Holmes.
Okay, so yeah, this was the starting 5: Ben Simmons, Dario Saric, JJ Redick, Embiid, and Robert Covington.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, that's better than fucking Terry Rozier. You did not know who Terry Rozier. You
Okay, no, I'm saying better than Terry Rozier. Yes, but I'm saying
9 points per game. You think Jaylen Brown
Yeah.
could give you about 12?
No,
You think Jason
don't
Tatum
get
could
me
give you
wrong.
about 15?
I am saying
You know
I am
what
not disagreeing that Terry Rozier didn't have a good playoffs.
No.
I'm disagreeing that Terry Rozier should have got 20 a
No.
year.
This is what I'm
After
saying.
this one playoff
What
run.
I'm saying is that like it's crazy because every single one of these teams, when Kyrie, I say it's easy to look back now and see how Jason Tatum is now and how Jaylen Brown is now. Back then, when Kyrie got hurt, everybody expected Boston to lose first round.
This was the
Like-
starting 5 for the Boston Celtics actually, and excluding Kyrie because it has Kyrie listed. I don't know why the fuck has it listed, but it was Jason Tatum, Terry Rozier, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown, and Aaron Bynes.
Yeah, Aaron Baines. He was the screen rebound guy.
Now he was solid
Aaron
for them.
Bynes was playing center, and Al Horford was playing power.
Power forward.
Which he's a better power forward than he
Yeah,
is
because
center.
Horford's scared of rebounds. Well, there's literally a highlight mix of him flinching when the ball hits the rim. He flinches.
No, yeah, so like I'm just saying like
Like legit.
when you look at that, when you look at them stacked up against like some of these teams, you expect the other teams to win. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy because he really
Yes
like.
and no, I guess. I get what you're saying,
like-
but I wouldn't have gave him 20.
If you telling me you telling no, I'm saying he knows how to win. Like you put because look, you got to be confident in yourself
Mm-hmm.
as a GM. So
I agree.
if I'm a GM, I'm thinking I'm gonna get pieces around him. If I know he know how to win games in the playoffs. If I get him a LaMelo Ball in the next draft, or I get another solid piece.
Are you telling me right now you would give if after this season you would give Rondo 3-year, $20 million a year?
No, if
Rondo,
he were the
wins
same
games.
age, if he were the same age Terry Rozier with Terry Rozier, yes, I would.
You would. Wow. Interesting.
If Rondo was doing, if Rondo did, so say Rondo came off the bench for the Lakers the whole entire year, then the playoffs he averaged 16 points per game and everything, and he was in his 20s.
Was he 20?
Oh, so he was like 20.
27.
He was like 25
He was like
when he did
25,
it.
yeah.
Yes, I would give Rondo the money he gave him. That's actually a
Not just
steal.
that, you also got to think in that playoffs they went 7 in the first round with Milwaukee.
So you would give Fred VanVleet $60 million on a 3-year deal.
Well, Fred VanVleet, he's just he wasn't the key. Like he was the key for why they won. Terry Rozier was not. I mean,
I mean, he
was
had
not the
great
key.
games, but I don't
Fred
know if he
VanVleet was not the key. Kawhi, to me,
No, yeah,
the biggest
Kawhi was the
keys-
key. Yeah.
No. Kawhi was the start. Like basically, Kawhi was the Jason Tatum of this team. But then Pascal Siakam was the Terry Rozier for that Raptors team. He was a kid that nobody really expected to be that good. He balled out, became great. Now he's valued as one of the best forwards in the league.
Okay, I see what you're saying now. I was about to say,
All right. Let's get into some baseball here before I gotta hop off.
We ain't done yet.
I gotta get off here in like 5 minutes.
Well, hold on. Oh wait, this is gonna take me to everybody. Oh no. Playoff. Per game totals 36. Advanced shooting. Playoff totals. All right. So, where's the points per game? This tells me the points they scored.
Per game.
Okay.
So Tatum was giving you 18.
Yeah, so Tatum was giving you 18. Jalen was giving you 18. Horford was giving you 15. And then Terry Rozier gave you 16 and a half. 16.
And then Marcus Morris.
We'll say 19.
I forgot Marcus Morris stepped up too. Marcus Morris stepped up there. And was given 12.
And then Marcus Smart was your defender.
Yeah.
So like they had pieces. It wasn't just Terry Rozier.
No.
He had a great playoff run.
I'm saying like that key that unlocked the door was Terry Rozier. You take that 16 points per game away. Marcus Smart ain't gonna step up and give you that. I don't think Marcus Morris will give you, like 16 more points. I don't think I'm saying like he was the key. Like to me, Fred Van Vliet was not the key for that team. It was Pascal Siakam. He was a guy that like we knew he was solid before the playoffs. But in the playoffs, he really made that stretch to become. Now he's valued as one of the best forwards in the league. Right now, especially power forward position, like that was the key on that team. So I would give Pascal Siakam what they gave him, but he was technically a starter all year. But I'm saying like to me. But you can't really compare other players to Terry Rozier. Like what he did was crazy. I know he's overpaid, but you gotta understand why he's overpaid.
I think he's overpaid.
But to me, it's not crazy overpaid because he's a starting point guard, getting 20-some points per game. And also
crazy overpaid. Yeah, I agree.
No,
I'd give him 10 or 11. So not crazy.
But here's the thing. Also, he's a team player, bro. You telling me a guy who's having 20 points per game and there's some young player, Devontae Graham, who's moving his position. Then they go get another point guard and LaMelo Ball. You pissed, bro. Give me the fuck off this team. They're getting too many guards. I'm supposed to come here and take over with Kemba left, and now you're getting people to take my spot. He's 6'1". He's playing shooting guard. They ran lineups with LaMelo, him, and Devontae Graham. That's 6'1", 6'7", 6'6". So you're telling me all three are guards. None of them can guard a small forward to save their life. He's fine with that. He's fine with coming off the bench so Devontae Graham and LaMelo can start. You gonna get that guy some money because he gonna help you win games. Average 20 points a game.
He's having a great year. I just don't think I'd pay him 20 after averaging 9. I think he's like right now the way he's playing around the 20.
But he's giving you 20 points per game. I mean, he wasn't averaging 20.
Right. I'm not saying
he was having 20-point games in the hardest stages of basketball.
Okay, I'm with you, but I still wouldn't give him.
You know what I mean? You could justify why he gave him. That's what I'm saying. I understand what you would do, but I'm saying I'm justifying why Jordan. Me personally, if I can get him for less, I'm getting him for less.
Right.
Yeah.
Like 100%. But if I had to pay that much, I would.
Right. All right, Darren, go ahead.
Let's get into baseball.
All right. So, I don't know if any of our viewers remember, but I definitely fucking remember. We was talking a little bit about baseball, and Austin comes on here, and I was talking about my Reds, and Austin comes in here and goes, the Reds are ass.
Yeah,
we're not going to be doing nothing. And 6 games later, the Reds have scored 57 runs, which averages out to over 9 runs per game. We only lost on opening day and haven't lost since. We haven't lost in April, except for on the 1st. That don't really count because it was April.
It's only 9 days in April, bro.
No, it don't count because it was April Fool's Day. No, I'm just playing. But we have 57 runs. Jonathan India is one of the greatest rookies in the MLB right now. He is fucking balling his ass off. We got Adida. I can never pronounce his first name, but I think it's Artides Aquino. I call him the Punisher. He's knocking the ball out of the park. And we are just balling like there's no tomorrow. But the one thing I want to talk about the most is 7 games. They've played 7 games, one more game than the Reds. They've played 7 games, and they have a 0% chance of making the playoffs already, and that is the Pittsburgh shitty-ass Pirates.
So
they are just completely ass.
So this Reds team you're defending is a World Series team?
Very possibly, because the last time the Reds have scored 50 runs in 6 games was 1990s. It was in the 1990s. I can't remember the exact year, and that was the year we actually won the World Series. And we've scored more this year than that team did, and they won the World Series. And what the difference is between this year's Reds and any other year's Reds is our bullpen is actually pitching good. We've had the runs in years prior. We've had the bats to get us in games. It's our bullpen would take it away from us. But this year, our bullpen is actually keeping us in the ball games and doing their job and getting them strikeouts and making them batters, actually have to swing at hard pitches. And we're winning games 14-1, 11-4, and stuff like that. Now, we need Amir Garrett needs to get in the bullpen himself and throw a little bit more, in my opinion. He's got the.
Well, you cut out.
Sorry, when he's pitching in the bottom half of the strike zone, Amir Garrett's one of the best pitchers in baseball. But when he pitches in the top half of the strike zone, he gets fucking shit knocked all over him. He needs to get in the bullpen and get his consistency down just a little bit more. We was up 11-0 a couple days ago against the Pittsburgh Pirates going into the 9th inning. Amir Garrett came in, walked 2 batters, got a base hit, and then gave up a grand slam, and that's why we won 11-4 instead of 11-0. Because as soon as that grand slam happened, he struck out the next 3 batters, like straight up. Like it was fucking wild. So the Reds are actually kicking ass this year, and I can see. And last year we made the playoffs. I don't know if anybody knows that, but last year the Reds made the playoffs. It's just we lost in the first round. This year I believe we can go all the way.
Yeah, I like I said, I don't know too much about baseball, but once again, there's there's teams like Utah. There's teams like the Wizards for a while. They were making playoffs every single year, but nothing was coming out of it.
See,
you know what I mean?
The difference with baseball is there's no super teams. So like,
yeah, I know.
The random teams when I hardly think there's ever been teams. There's only been a handful, like a very very small handful that have ever won back-to-back World Series.
Right.
Everybody
it's kind
has
of like it's kind of like March Madness. Like when every single team that make it has a chance to win it, no matter what, no matter seeding, no matter record.
But the only thing is, we're 7 games into the season.
And he's already calling the championship.
Yeah, it's hard to get on the bench. Now I'm a Reds fan too, and I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Reds.
Right, but you got to be real.
We're 7 games into the season.
Like me, when Pittsburgh was 4-0, I'm not saying we won it all. 5-0, didn't say that. Even when we fucking went 11-0, I was saying, oh yeah, we're gonna be a scary team in the playoffs. That's why I said, well, we lost first round, but I was not saying this Super Bowl because
talk to me in August. You have those. If we're still looking dominant in August, I'll be on the World Series bandwagon.
We're winning the Super Bowl.
I never said we're gonna 100% definitely win the World Series. All I said is it's possible.
But there's still a chance you guys won't even make the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
you said,
it's still a big chance.
The Pirates are right now 1-6, but then on some weird reality, they could rattle off 100 straight wins, and now they're the favorites to win the World Series. It's so early in the season; it's hard to jump on that kind of bandwagon.
There's still a huge chance that the Reds won't make the playoffs, even they had this amazing start. Say injuries happen or something like that, and then they just lose. I mean, there's so like it'd be different.
But that's the thing.
It'd be
we
different.
Are deep.
I
That's
get
the thing.
But listen. You're talking about one of the longest professional season. You're talking 7 games in. Now, if this was football and they scored 57 touchdowns 7 games in, now we can talk. But because there's 100 and something games, 7 games first 7 games don't really matter that much.
I get what you're saying, but like I said, we're deep. So if injuries happen, we are so deep right now with our fielders that it wouldn't phase us for real. Because like I said, you got Artines Aquino who's smashing the ball, who already has like 6 home runs in 6 games. He's a bench player. He comes off the bench and like in the 7th inning, and
like I said, I don't really watch, but I'm just saying like
when we go to change pitchers, he'll hit for the pitcher and fucking knock a home run. Like we are deep. We got bats in our lineup that haven't started a game yet.
Okay. Here's my thing, Dean. So you saying I wouldn't be looked at as crazy? Say the first 7 games in the NBA, LeBron drops 33 of them. I'm saying, bro, LeBron's winning MVP. We're winning it all. We're sweeping everybody. You know, like me saying like we're going to be amazing off of that.
Now,
we have a chance, but
what I'm saying
it's
is
just
I'm not saying
so
that
early.
we're definitely
I'm saying
I'm saying it's trending in that direction. Like if we
I
keep
get what
this
you're
up,
saying.
It's looking great.
Like to me, I get what you're saying, but like once they're 60 to 80 games in, then I ain't gonna lie, you got me, or 50 even. Like I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be like, damn, that's crazy.
Right.
But once again, like I said, I don't watch too much baseball. But like 7 out of 180 something. Like I personally like even probably the worst team in baseball will ball out 7 games.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you know
I
what I mean?
you
Like
guys are saying. And I understand
to me,
that.
it's like baseball.
Right.
Like if football, this is week 2.
It's 13. 13 teams have won back-to-back World Series.
13 teams, and I think the MLB was founded in the 20s.
Earlier than that, the Reds
Yeah.
the Reds organization started in the 1800s.
Okay, yeah. So the 1800s, there's been 13 teams that have won back-to-back World Series in baseball.
Yeah.
That's over
Very
200.
rare.
I think I
Rare.
believe it's almost 200 years because the Reds' 150th anniversary was 2019, and we were the first ever organized baseball team. So
Yeah.
it's a little over 150
Reds
years
were the first
that
ever.
baseball's been around,
Right.
and there's only been 13 back-to-back, so 26 out of
So
150.
but then you also gotta
And then no team has won back-to-back since the 2000s.
the Yankees with Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
That's the last team to go back-to-back.
And I mean,
All right, well,
we look
boys,
at
I gotta
basketball.
hop off here.
All
It
right.
was fun talking about baseball for that little bit of time. Go Reds, but my overreaction is I believe the Reds are taking the division. That's my overreaction for today.
All right, see you later, man.
See you.
All right.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. Baseball is just it's so long, man. You gotta you can't really call it right now. I really like what the Reds are doing, but it's just so early, man. I can't.
yeah, it's like it's like you're like the Bengals going 3-0. You're not like, bro, this playoff year,
okay.
this Super Bowl year.
Okay.
You haven't or like you've only played one division opponent and you won, but you still got. You beat
like
the
you had
Browns,
them-
but you haven't played the Steelers and Ravens yet. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
had those Steelers fans last year. Like,
Now we did beat the
we
best team on paper in our division in the first series we played them. So we have beaten them, but it's still way too early. Like we beaten the Cardinals.
Yeah.
We beat them. I think we went 3 for 4. Because in baseball you play series during the regular season. It's not like basketball where you'll play a team each game. You'll play like in a 5-game span. You'll play the same team 4 times.
Yeah.
You'll play. So we played the Cardinals 4, and I think we went 3 for 4. And so you just basically the whole goal in baseball is to win every series. You beat the Cardinals. You want to win. If you play them 4 times, you want to win 3 out of the 4. That way you have a good record at the end of the season.
Yeah.
2 or 3 is what you want. It's weird
Yeah.
in baseball because you play series throughout the entire year. You never
Yeah.
play a team just one game. You
I mean,
play a
that's why
series.
that's why it's so many games.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, yeah, so like,
162 of them things.
but yeah, I mean, we haven't really talked about NFL draft talk. I know De'Aaron kind of want to talk about that, but we didn't really get into it.
Yeah, because we started talking about basketball.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the craziest thing to me is how like I think it's Kellen. I think it's Keelan.
Kellen.
It's Kellen.
Yeah, I think
So
it's
yeah,
Kellen
Kellen Mond. Like if he
Is that a A&M?
yeah. If he was last year's draft, like I said, he might have went before Herbert. Which
So,
but since Joe Burrow got hurt, Justin Herbert was the best quarterback of this draft so far. But obviously I know Joe Burrow's gonna be a dog. But I'm saying like he probably would have went before Herbert. He definitely was the first round pick. If he was a sophomore right now, went next year or something, he'd probably be a top 3 pick. Like his pro day was crazy. The throws he was making, and for him to be compared to Deshaun Watson and a dual threat, they got a cannon and stuff like that. It's crazy how I got him over Trask and possibly Mac Jones. Not gonna lie, I do.
Over Mac?
I got him over Mac.
Mac's going
To me,
3.
to me, on the Alabama team, you could put Kellen Mond. They're still winning it all. You could put Justin Fields on the Alabama team, still doing it. Zach Wilson still doing it. Trevor Lawrence still doing it. You could put Kyle Trask on that team. They're still winning. It's the team he had. Kellen Mond's doing what he's doing on Texas A&M. That's why to me, like Patrick Mahomes was overlooked. He was on Texas Tech, came in balling. You know what I mean? Like it's just.
I don't know.
To me, the
I
small
don't
guys.
really pour too much into the pro days because they're throwing against no defense,
Right.
no coverage.
But still, for me, like pro days actually do matter a lot. And like when I watch them, because I've seen so many players like when Pitts didn't drop a ball during pro day, and I was watching the guys go behind him who were dropping hella. I was thinking, like, damn, he hasn't it's crazy because he hasn't dropped one yet. Bad throws, he's catching them, and then like to me, Mac Jones was missing throws. Literally, you saw Belichick go like this.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you know what I mean.
like
Like,
you
but
said,
nobody knows if it was that case. Nobody knows it was because of that. But still,
Yeah.
he missed a throw. You're about to be
He
an NFL
overthrew.
quarterback. You're not missing any throws. I don't want my quarterback missing one throw in pro day when you got no defense. It's especially when a dual threat quarterback can roll out like he's gonna run, stop, and throw across his body or whatever, and make a good throw. To me, that shows something to me.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
I
like
get
said,
you. I get
I
you.
got him over Trask and Mac Jones.
Yeah, I like the pro days. The pro days do show you a lot,
Yeah.
but it's also you can't
Not-
take
not just
everything
that,
and pour it into a pro
but
day.
also it gives him a chance, like certain guys. So like Jamal Adams, when he was coming into the league, at the combine, he ran like a 4.6, 4.5, 4.6. Everybody thought he was gonna run like a 4.4, 4.3. that hurt his draft stock. But then at his pro day, he ran a 4.3. It's like, oh, so yeah, he has speed like that. So then that gives the guys to correct certain things.
No, but you see all the guys tweeting about how their draft class is so fast.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen this many 4.3s, 4.4s. Like it's like every
these motherfuckers fast.
Linebackers are getting 4.4s. Tight ends, you see tight ends getting the Blake Mays on 4.44. Like this shit, this is one of the fastest drafts, but also it's term. Like to me, a 4.1 is coming. A 4 second is coming. But by the way, you know
that's gonna be Goku fast.
Like
4.140.
Like four like.
Man,
let's say
gonna have crackheads.
5 years ago, a 4.4 was like, what the fuck, bro?
Nah,
now
4.2 was what the fuck.
I'm just saying, but still, like we go 10 years ago, 10 years ago, 4.4s was crazy. Like that man's fast as hell. Now, like the worst, like the guy who's not gonna get drafted at all or Mr. Irrelevant is running a 4.4 easily. His best one was a 4.38. Like there's shit like that, you know what I mean? Like it's like guys who aren't gonna get drafted are running 4.4s.
But also, we gotta think
like 5th round prospects are running 4.4s.
Yeah.
That was not back then. 5 years ago, if a guy ran a 4.4, he's instantly first, 2nd round.
But what's crazy is that speed. Like you guys can run a 4.4, they can run a 4.2.
But don't mean it's gonna translate to a great player.
Yeah, not just that. It's deceptive. You can be a monster at the combine or whatever and run 4.4s, 4.2s, but is that speed really gonna translate? Because you got guys who aren't fast during like little 40s and everything, but you go into a game, that speed is fucking different. It's like, hold on, what the fuck?
Like, because to me, like Stephon Diggs, like he's fast. Yeah. But like it's like how fast he does things. Like his routes are fast, but he's not a guy that like running straight gonna burn your ass every single time. No.
Yeah.
But like his cut speed stuff like that really separates him. You'd rather have that than have like like cause Tyreek Hill is like cause a once in a lifetime. I'm just gonna run straight. Shit. You can't catch me. Don't worry about catching me. Don't think about it. I mean, same with Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs, I'm gonna run straight. You can't really keep up. Guys like that, they're rare for a reason. So I mean, if you believe that, John Ross is going to be that for you, you pick him. The Bengals did that. Yeah. Injuries, he could have been like that. We don't know. Injuries happen though. Now New York paid him some money, and they're going to give him a shot. So yeah, I mean, like speed is a part of football. I like speed kills.
Yeah,
I mean,
speed kills.
We've learned that.
But it's also deceptive speed.
Yeah.
Like you have guys who they'll go, oh, I got the ball. Oh, I'm slow. Shit, y'all thought I'm slow. I'm fast now. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
We thought your ass was slow.
Like Dave Jones.
Yeah. Or you get guys like who do the little Tavon Austin thing, get the ball, they're gone. And defender's coming. You're gonna catch me, Psych! I'm gone again.
Yeah,
like
speed matters, but yeah, this draft is super fast. But I think like some people say it's too front loaded. That I just feel bad for the guys who like Calamon who were great prospects, there's so many great players in great positions. Like we've never seen. I mean, we've seen, but there's like 4 great receivers. That's scary. You have 4 or 5, 6 solid great to solid quarterbacks. That's scary. Well, once again, some people thought Blake Bortles was gonna be amazing. Shit like that happens, but yeah, I'm just saying like it's kind of just scary because there's great players in the most needed positions, offensive tackles, wide receivers, that even
defensive backs.
To me, 2 of the best players in the draft are 2 running backs, but they're both predicted
2nd round,
late 1st round or early 2nd round.
Because
with any other draft, they're top 5. like it's just crazy to think about because how having good quarterbacks, great defensive backs, a great linebacker even snuck in the mix and had a chance to be in top 10 picks. So yeah, like I just can't wait for this draft. This draft, I feel like it's gonna have a chance to change the league.
I want to talk about your guy, Caleb Farley, who he got hurt.
Yeah, he didn't get to play the last season, but he does one thing that all the other corners couldn't do. He gets picks.
Yeah. So
Patrick Surtain don't get picks.
What I'm about to read is what he said. It's an original deadlift injury that had herniated my L5 disc and bulged my S1. I chose to move forward and do the discectomy, my fault, on the L5 herniation, which gave me immediate relief after. I did a great job managing over a year, but that bulge is still in my S1, and unfortunately, I irritated it a month ago. The injury already affected his draft stock, not being able to play this year and everything. How much more do y'all think that's going to affect that he irritated it a month ago?
Right, yeah, no, I mean, that's one thing I got. I've fractured 3 vertebrae in my back now, and that's the worst thing about the spine because those things can't heal because you use your spine every single day. Unless you lay in a bed and you do nothing for a year or 2 years, then that's the only chance for a heal. So I know a bulge is really tough. That's gonna be tough to heal, but at the same time, he gonna have the money now. He gonna have millions to be able to get it fixed and get it worked on. But at the same time, it's still a problem. We know injuries are a problem. Like you don't want to pour millions. You don't want to pour a top 10 pick into a guy who could play 1 or 2 games and then he's out for the rest of his career. And then you had a chance of getting a guy who's going to come in and change your whole franchise. So I think it definitely affects him. But like I said, if that injury doesn't play a bigger factor as it could, he's going to be the best defensive back in this draft because his hands.
Better than Patrick Surtain?
Yeah, he can't get picks. He's allergic to picks. Patrick Surtain, he's a tackler. He's a tackler. He's a guy that like I'm gonna get off this wide receiver block. I'm gonna make a play. So to me, Patrick Surtain would be an amazing safety. But like to me, my corners, I want a guy who's gonna sit there. You're not running past them. You can't. And then if you don't want to throw it away because they're gonna catch that bitch. That's Chase Ball. He catches it. You throw it, he's gonna catch it. He gets deflections and catches it. His hands is all over the place. He's not a guy that just like gonna run with you and he just has so tight coverage that not even gonna throw it. No, he's gonna like when you just don't want to throw it because he's gonna catch it or knock it down. Like his deflections, the pick, that's what he does. Like but also the guy. I mean, if we go straight off that, then a guy who I think is really underrated, who's gonna be a great defensive back is Newsome from Northwestern. He got 6 picks. Like I'm pretty sure it was something like he defended like I think it was like 11 or something like that, like passes whatever when he was in the facility actually making a play. And he picked like 6 of them and got like 3 deflections or something. It was something crazy. But I think he's undersized though. But also I'm pretty sure Chase Farley is like 6'1", 6'2", like 200-something pounds, corner, and fast. Grabbed 4 interceptions in 2019. He's going to be scary. But if the injury is a problem, like it has a high chance of being, then I don't see him going top 10. But I got him more Patrick Surtain if everything's well.
Right now, he's not even projected in the top 10.
Yeah, I know.
Right now, he's projected like 15 to 20.
To me, that's what the Cowboys need. Because Cowboys, I mean, they lost a Woozy.
They lost Byron Jones.
Yeah, which I'm talking about reason like Woozy was a really solid corner, but like he was always in the vicinity. Like he doesn't get burnt. He's always in the vicinity, but he doesn't make those plays. He doesn't make the pick. That's not him. He's just he's like a Darius Slay. Like, you're not going to burn me, not going to beat me, but I'm not going to get a pick 6. To me, Chase Farley is that's him. He's going to get a pick. He's going to take it down. Like, he's going to change the game like Patrick Peterson did and shit like that. That's how I feel. But the injury happens, then it's going to be tough.
Right now, they have Greg Newsome even over Farley, which they got Greg Newsome going.
I'm pretty sure Greg Newsome fucking played like wide receiver, so he's a sure-handed person. Like he played wide receiver, I think, in high school or something, so he's known for catching. He just switched to defensive back once he got to college. So that's why he grabbed 6 picks in 2020. Was that
Baltimore?
I hope he don't go to Baltimore. If he goes to Baltimore, that's scary.
You guys good?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for coming out for another episode. We had a couple people jumping in and out of here. We will be back next Friday to talk about some more stuff. We're gonna have our top 5 shooting guards in NBA history.
And then
we did our point guards this week.
Next Friday will be the 15th.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're getting
next
closer to the draft.
And next Friday we're also going to come out with our newly updated mock drafts that with everything solidified, all the pro days, the combine coming up soon. We're going to give our mock drafts and stuff.
So wait, what date is the combine?
Oh, damn, that's a good question. Because I know the draft is the 26th.
Yeah. So
I thought they
wasn't doing the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they did. Yeah. They don't do the NFL scouting combine after the pro days. It's always before.
Yes, it is before the pro day.
Yeah.
So they didn't have a combine.
Yeah, I think they
have a
canceled
combine.
it.
Yeah, March 14th. We way past that.
No, this was basketball.
They didn't have one for the NFL.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. So it doesn't have
pro days.
Yeah.
Because of COVID.
So I mean, we still got a chance for trades stuff like that to happen. So just in case any trades or anything go down,
it usually takes place in February, but So
my thing is, just in case that trades and stuff like that goes down, and like in between our mock draft and the draft, will we have another podcast in between then? I think we will, right?
Yeah.
We will have...
Because if it's the 14th,
So
we'll
the
have
draft-
one on the 21st.
So the draft is on the 29th.
Yeah, it's on the 29th.
So we'll have the
Oh, it's the
16th and the
16th.
23rd, and then we're going live on the 29th. So we'll do the podcast this week, Thursday night instead of Friday night.
Okay.
Bet. So our mock draft will be next week. And then say there's trades or anything, or like certain players get traded, or anything crazy happens that affect the draft, we'll just re-update. We'll do like a little update for ours on that.
Yeah.
And then we'll go live during the first round of the draft, and we'll react to every draft as it goes along.
And also like we might spend like 30 minutes after the draft just talking about how we feel about it, and also what players haven't been picked yet that we're either upset about or surprised about.
The full
like
coverage of the first round. That's what we're doing.
And like other picks, like the second round stuff like that, we'll just go over those like on our normal podcast. Like the following Friday, we'll go over what all went down.
We can probably do the following. All right, so thank you guys for coming out. We'll see you guys